Volleyball's first championship match. Tonight, they'll play for the money. Live from the San Jose Civic Auditorium in San Jose, California, it's the final showdown in Major League Volleyball. Tonight, one team will take home the trophy and $25,000 as the Los Angeles Starlights collide with the San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers. Live from the San Jose Civic Auditorium, it's Major League Volleyball's first championship match. Hello again, everyone. I'm Chris Marlowe. Welcome to the San Jose Civic Auditorium here in San Jose, California. Well, we have a great match for you tonight. It should be a very, very good one. The two best teams in Major League Volleyball, the Los Angeles Starlights, who won the regular season at 19-3. They go up against the San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers in second place. The clash, the title on the line tonight in the first championship match. Happy to say working with me tonight are two expert analysts in Major League Volleyball. On my left, Tana Vandeweghe. On my right, Dick Montgomery. And Tana Vandeweghe, the San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers, they finished in second place, record of 16-7, but they have a lot of momentum now.
Yes, they do, and they have to take that momentum and be sure to run a very, very fast game. Los Angeles has a lot of injuries right now, and San Francisco right now is in a position to capitalize on it.
Dick Montgomery, Los Angeles, the best team in the league at 19-3, but they've had a 2-week layoff. Do you think that'll affect them?
No, I think they needed that 2-week layoff. As Tana said, Los Angeles has a lot of injuries. In fact, Carol Shazar, who's a middle blocker for them, just came out of a cast. She's been in a cast for 2 weeks because of a sprained ankle. And at this point, they're not real sure how effective she's going to be. If she can't play in the middle, that means Rita has to go to the middle. Now, Rita is 4 months pregnant. She's carrying a few extra pounds. She's not as mobile as she used to be. If she has to go to the middle, I'm not sure she can carry the load in there. So that may be a factor for them.
We have an early start here in California. The crowd still filing in the San Jose Civic Auditorium. It's the Los Angeles Starlights going against the San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Major League Volleyball Championships. It's the Los Angeles Starlights going against the San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers. The teams getting in their last second warm-ups. I'm Chris Marlowe along with Dick Montgomery and Tana Vandeweghe. Some of the fans that have gathered here tonight for the first ever championship in a new league, a league that was begun 3 months ago and has come to the peak, the championship match here at the San Jose Civic Auditorium. These teams have played 6 matches during the regular season. Los Angeles has won 5, but that's a little misleading. San Francisco San Jose has been in every match. Most of them have been 4- and 5-game matches. Going to be able to see the two best teams in Major League Volleyball offensively and defensively. Los Angeles is considered the best offensive team in the league. They had a hitting percentage of .282, which is very, very good for a team. 1,440 kills, which ranked them 3rd in the league. And they will be going up against the San Francisco San Jose team. They were the best defensive team in the league with over 1,500 digs. And dig is just the first contract on a spike. You look at Coach Pat Zartmann, 44 years old, from Manhattan Beach, giving last-second instructions to his Los Angeles Starlights. Their record 19-3. Shelton Collier with San Francisco San Jose at 16-7. I'm told we're set for the introduction of the starting lineups and the national anthem. So let's go to our PA man, Kirk Anderson.
Starlights will take on your Golddiggers. With us this evening, we have a U.S. Army color guard from the San Jose Recruiting Company. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise and remain standing. Tonight, the national anthem will be sung by Max Kernighan, Mike Falco, and Jim Latier.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We'll be back with the introduction of the starting lineups right after this. We're going to do the starting lineups now, I'm told. You're looking at the San Jose Civic Auditorium here in San Jose, California. A nice crowd gathering. One of the league leaders in attendance in Major League Volleyball. Okay, we are set. Let's go to Kirk Anderson now for the introduction of the starting lineups.
Introducing the Los Angeles Starlights. A 5'10" setter, number 5, Annie Niss. A 6-foot middle blocker, number 9, Carol Shazar. A 5'9" outside hitter, number 3, Rita Crockett Royster. Six-foot middle blocker, number 4, Jeannie Beaupre. A 5'8" outside hitter, number 7, Patty Dodd. A 5'7" outside hitter, number 6, Dale Hall. A 5'10" outside hitter, number 12, Tracy Clark. A 5'4" setter, number 10, Debbie Green Vargas. And the coach of the Los Angeles Starlights, Mr. Pat Zartmann. Introducing, at this time, your Golddiggers. A 6-foot outside hitter, number 4, Vicki Cantrell. A 6'2" middle blocker, number 12, Gail Stammer. A 6'1" outside hitter, number 14, Lisa Ai. A 5'8" setter, number 1, Terry DeBusk. 6-foot middle blocker, number 6, Eileen Dempster. Six-foot Middle blocker, number 10, Kelly Strand. 5'7", outside hitter, number 11, Julie Maginot. 6'1", middle blocker, number 5, Laurie Corbelli. The coach of your Golddiggers, Mr. Shelton Collier.
The teams are set here at the Stockton Civic Auditorium. It's exciting Major League Volleyball coming up. The Starlights going up against the Golddiggers. Stay with us.
Gary Cole. Our umpire, Mike Pickett.
You're looking at the first official for this evening's match. He is called the referee. That is Gary Colberg from Davis, California. And the umpire is Mike Pickett. They will oversee the match. Let's take a look at the starters for Los Angeles. Crockett, Royster, Beaupre, Dodd, Hall, Clark, and Debbie Green Vargas. She'll be the setter at the controls. For the Golddiggers, Lisa Ice, Terry DeBusk, the setter position, Dempster, Strand, Maginot, and Corbelli. So we're just about set. The two best teams in Major League Volleyball. I'm Chris Marlowe along with Dick Montgomery and Tana Vandeweghe. Dick Montgomery, the current coach at San Jose State. You're looking at Debbie Green as she prepares the offense, and Tana Vandeweghe, the former USC Trojan volleyball star, former Olympian. I'm glad to have their help tonight. Set for first serve, Julie Maginot to put the ball in play. This will be the first serve of the match. Typical volleyball rules. The best 3 out of 5 games wins a match. Little dump shot, and the ball goes down. You must score 15 points to win a game, and you have to win by 2 points, and you can only score a point when you're serving. So Los Angeles will get the ball on a side out. Jeannie Beaupre to serve. Out to the outside. Ice cross court is dug. And Crockett is dug. A little confusion early. You might imagine the players perhaps a little nervous. Nice up. And kept in play. And the Golddiggers get the ball back. Very important for the Golddiggers to get a good start, Dick.
There's no question about that. The Golddiggers have to get off to a bad start. That's one of their failings all year. Here's a real nice up. You see that up there? We're going to see the ball come over, and Debbie's going to set that ball outside to Carol Shizard. Watch Carol. See, here's the one we were talking about. She's not as mobile as she should be. She should have had that ball. That was a good set.
Dempster will serve. There is no score. Green to the outside to Crockett Royster. And Crockett Royster puts the ball through. Los Angeles gets the side out. San Francisco, San Jose in serve receive. There is no score. We're in game 1. Debbie Green Vargas serving. Debbie Green in the Olympics in 1984. Remember the silver medalist team. Clark. Have more on these players as the match goes along. Lisa Ice, the former San Jose State star, puts the ball away.
You see Lisa Ice, she hit right over the top of that block. Even though we have a nice, strong, big block there, they're no match for her right now.
One thing that was interesting, that was right over the top of Rita Crockett. That doesn't happen very often.
When you're pregnant, maybe.
Crockett with the spike, she's blocked. Dick Montgomery mentioned that Rita Crockett is 4 months pregnant. The ball into the net, and that is going to be a point for San Francisco, San Jose. 1-0, the Golddiggers. Ice, a serve right into the middle, out to the outside quickly. Clark off the face of Laurie Corbelli, side out to Los Angeles. See Terry DeBusk calling an audible play, just calling out the play to her hitters. Crockett Royster with the serve. 1-0 Los Angeles. Cantrell is dug. And another dig to Maginot runs it down. So both teams opening up with good defense. Back set. And Clark puts it through. A point for Los Angeles.
Clark has been very effective in needling the ball through the block. When she sees the block there, there's no angle to take. She's going to hit it as hard as she can and hopefully penetrate the hands.
Tie score, Corbelli. Off speed, it's dug. Out of bounds, so Los Angeles will get another point.
Chris Laurie is still rubbing her nose. She got hit pretty hard in the face. Says Baden right across her forehead, actually right across her nose. She may have a bloody nose at this point.
Corbelli, and she's blocked straight down by Dodd and Shazar. Point to Los Angeles.
When you're hitting against a smaller blocker like that and you're running a fast attack, you don't want to hit a real hard ball straight ahead because they're going to block that ball.
Major
You
League
want to hit an
Volleyball,
angle.
excuse me, Tana, championship match. We're in game one. It's 3-1 Los Angeles, a net violation. Gary Kohlberg signaling the ball going. And you see Debbie Green's whispering the plays to Crockett, Royster, and Tracy Clark. DeBusk will serve. See what they run. Back set to Clark. Picked up easily by San Francisco. And Dodd using her patented cross-court spike. It's inside out to Los Angeles. We have a substitution into the match. Dale Keogh Hall. She will come in to serve. Keogh Hall, 5'8", an outside hitter. Very good back row player. Ball smashed by Cantrell. Side out. Oh, no, wait a second. We're going to have a net violation called by the umpire Pickett. The ball will go to Los Angeles.
Dale is put in mainly for her serving and her defensive move. She is a fantastic defensive player. She plays mainly on the beach right now.
4-1 Los Angeles in game one. Best 3 out of 5 game match. And the ball spanked down by Jeannie Beaupre, the former UCLA Bruins star. And that will be another point, 5-1.
Now, watching this replay, you see the overset here. Jeannie Beaupre, former UCLA star, hits it right down where you really can't get a hand on it.
What they're going to do is replay that point. Shelton Collier has decided to take a timeout. An impressive start for the Los Angeles Starlights. They lead the San Francisco Golddiggers 5-1 in game one. Championship match. It's game one. The Los Angeles Starlights 5, the San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers 1. I'm Chris Marlowe along with the coach, Dick Montgomery, and the player, Tana Vandeweghe. San Francisco San Jose gets a kill on the outside side out. Dick, you talked to the coach, Shelton Collier. He was going to try some different things tonight, wasn't he?
Well, he's going to try to take some specific matchups, and we can talk about them a little bit later.
Out to the outside. What specific matchups?
Well, the key matchup he wants right now is the one you just saw right there. It's Patty Dodd against Julie Maginot. He thinks that Julie's a very good blocker against Patty Dodd. Julie blocks low and solid. She doesn't get used very often. Of course, that's what Patty Dodd does best.
We'll mention that Maginot only 5'7". We'll keep a lookout. Maginot number 11 in white. The San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers in white. The Starlights in red. The score is 5-2 Los Angeles.
Problem with putting Julie Maginot up there in front, though, you have Jeannie Beaupre also going at her in the middle, and that's going to be dangerous.
Spike is down, Cantrell, and I believe she is one of the keys to the match. The fans enjoying that spike.
You watch this replay right here. The second hitter comes, the block is down. Vicki Cantrell puts it away.
Strand back to serve. That is Kelly Strand, 5'11", Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Originally went to Santa Barbara, then transferred. There's a block. Eileen Dempster and the blocking of San Francisco, San Jose, a key. They are the best blocking team in the league.
No question. Laurie's number 1 in the league. Eileen Dempster is number 3 in the league, and she showed you why she's number 3 in the league. She had great penetration on that block.
Strand with the serve, short. They're serving Beaupre. Quick set, and spike off the block by Patty Dodd. Patty Dodd used to be Patty Orozco when she was a collegian at UCLA, then married Mike Dodd, a professional volleyball player on the beach and indoor. Now Orozco Dodd. A lot of hyphenates in this match. We'll keep you apprised. Dempster with a little double pump. And a nice set by Terry DeBusk that time.
It's amazing to see Jeannie Beaupre go up with that double pump. You watch her, she's faked out completely. She's up, she realizes it too late, and there's free reign for Dempster to go right down.
Speaking of the elevator, Tana, they just got off the wrong floor that time. It's 5-3. The Golddiggers are trailing in game 1. DeBusk, Kwikset is blocked. Beaupre tapes it. Ice is dug. And Crockett Royster pops one off the block. Side out.
You always know with Rita Crockett, if the angle is closed in any way, she's going to hit the ball as hard as she can right in between the holes. She's very good at it, and it usually goes off, ricochets off the hands and out of bounds.
Beaupre with 24 aces during the year. She's a very good server. Ball knuckled up and kept in play. This is a free ball. Ice with the dink, but it's recovered. A lot of experienced players doing a lot of strange things out here. Ball spiked out of bounds, no touch. Point Los Angeles. It's 6-3, the Starlights.
When you've got such ball handling skills as you do have on both these teams, you want to utilize all 3 hits. You don't want to do cheap shots back and forth. And I'm amazed I'm seeing so much of that so early.
Beaupre, the 6-footer from Mission Viejo. Ice off the block, out of bounds. Lisa Ice getting another kill.
One thing that they're doing here is they're moving Debbie Green around a lot. They're trying to take advantage of, or a disadvantage of her size. They're moving her from right side to left side to block. That time she was on the left side.
And a double contact. And once again, Los Angeles with the side out. Debbie Green Vargas, what a story. Still only 28 years old. It seems like she's been around forever. Originally joined the USA team in 1976 as a high school student. She was only a senior. And she serves out of bounds. Part of the assembled crowd at capacity. All the tickets were sold. And perhaps not too many no-shows tonight. They want to see their Golddiggers. The fans of San Francisco, San Jose, they really supported their team well this year. Kwikset slammed down by Carol Shazar.
Yeah, I'm surprised Gary Kohlberg let her get away with that. I thought she held on to that awful long time.
It's not so much that the refs really look at it. It's a matter of the breaking of the wrist. That's what really makes it stand out to the refs.
6-3, another double pump. It's blocked. Dodd off the block, out of bounds. Los Angeles once again gets a point. Dick, you might explain that double pump move to fans that haven't seen it.
Well, basically, it's a player coming in real quick for a fast attack. She fakes that attack, tries to pull the block up in the air with her, and then she goes for a little second tempo attack. Eileen Dempster ran that a little while ago very, very well. In fact, that's the first time I've ever seen her do that so successfully.
Preveli gets the kill, although they ran it 3 times. You don't want to run that play too often, do you?
No. Then the block starts to get some timing on it.
Tough serve, that's an ace, and San Francisco, San Jose gets the point. Tough serving by Terry DeBusk. 27 aces this year. She's an excellent server from Mission Viejo.
Yeah, she was third. She finished third in the league in aces.
Shazar blocked, but that's out of bounds. The ball will go to Los Angeles. Unlimited substitution in Major League Volleyball, so Keel Hall will return. Used to be Dale Keel. She married ex-UCLA football star Larry Hall, so she is on hyphenate tonight. 7-4 in game 1. DeBusk back set. Corbelli and dug by Keel Hall. Corbelli, nice back set. And a ball hit down the line, and that ball is a kill. San Francisco, San Jose gets the side out.
You're watching Cantrell out here. What you want to watch on Cantrell on this back set from Laurie is her approach, how far out she comes from. She's able to turn the line because the block has moved so far inside. That's going to be dangerous with Cantrell hitting left side.
Corbelli with a serve, quick set, and Dodd spikes it just out of bounds. That's a point. You may remember Laurie Corbelli as Laurie Flackmeyer during the Olympics. She's on that great team with Debbie Green and Rita Crockett, Flo Hyman, Sue Woodstra. What a tremendous team they had under Ari Salinger. Spike straight down. That was the team that won the silver medal. Tracy Clark, the former Trojan, played under Chuck Irby at USC and a couple, I believe she won 1 national championship while she was a Trojan.
She was the most amazing athlete, I think, that had ever come through USC. She came as raw talent. She really developed as a volleyball player.
Spike is down. As a matter of fact, she was a 4-time All-American at USC, and that is quite an accomplishment.
On this serve receive here, what you want to watch is the overset. Jeannie Beaupre went to kill, but she netted.
So Kelly Strand will serve. She's 23 years old. There's a twin sister, Lisa Strand, played for Hawaii a number of years ago. Hard to tell them apart. They're identical twins. Outside, Dodd, and so far the blocking matchup that Shelton Collier had hoped for is not paying off.
Well, it's kind of interesting that the Patty Dodd's actually going after the middle attacker. She's a very, very good attacker. She's actually been 3rd or 4th in the league in total kills per game. They've got to stop her to be successful.
Beaupre, and Beaupre puts it away. That is going to be another point for Los Angeles. 8-5, the Starlights. Orozco Dodd serving. Deep, and that ball shanked out of bounds. The score now 9-5. We're going to take a short break. The Starlights on top by 4, 9-5. Dodd will serve. And the ball is long. The ball is long. A side out will go to the San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers. Now we're going to take a break. It's 9-5 Los Angeles over San Francisco San Jose. Zartmann, the head coach of the Los Angeles Starlights, giving his team instructions. They walk back out with a 9-5 lead in game 1. You're looking at Julie Maginot for the Golddiggers. This is game 1 of the championship match in Major League Volleyball between the Los Angeles Starlights and the San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers. Chris Marlowe along with Tana Vandeweghe, Dick Montgomery. Los Angeles makes another substitution. Back into the match is Carol Shazar, and Beaupre will serve.
Let's see where she serves. Zartmann is calling serving signals from the bench. He's trying to pick apart their weaknesses.
Ball traveled outside the plane of the net. That is another point to Los Angeles. It is 10-5. Just game 1. Remember, you have to win 3 games to win the match. On the line, $25,000 going to the winning team to split up amongst its players. Side out is registered, and Dempster will serve. Eileen Dempster, a former University of Pacific star. She's a 6-footer. Chance for a point to Busk. And slam down, and that is going to be a point for San Francisco San Jose.
It looked like a very iffy play, because if you watch this set, they go up for a block with Debbie, and then they shouldn't have been over the net, but that ball was pushed down by Laurie Preveli and out of bounds.
That was a real smooth play by Laurie. That's the way I like to see that power tip handled.
Good up. Out to the outside. Crockett spikes it off the block, out of bounds. So Los Angeles gets the side out. The score is 10-6.
It's very dangerous up there, having DeBusk up there against Rita Crockett. Rita Crockett is probably one of the highest, hardest hitters, and you have a little setter trying to block her.
Green will serve. Green Vargas. Married to Joe Vargas off the Olympic water polo team, 1984. An Olympic match made in heaven. Over the top is Crockett, and Tana, you said it, Crockett going right over the top that time.
That's what she loves to do. She loves to go up over the top of that right side player and then cut it cross court, and it's impossible to defend it.
11-6, Los Angeles over the Golddiggers at this moment in game 1. Now make it 12-6.
They're going to go over the top of Terry DeBusk. Obviously, Rita can go over the top of her. What Shelton's got to do, or the Golddiggers have to do, is they have to start adjusting their defense to pick up those balls. She's not really attacking that hard.
Ice into the block, covered up. To Crockett, and over the top, it's in play. Out to the outside to Ice. Ice spiking it off the block. Ice with her 4th kill, but not a lot of production out of the other spikers for San Francisco, San Jose. Dempster with 1, Preveli with 3, Cantrell with 2, and Maginot with 1 kill.
I think the person we have to look to right now is Vicki Cantrell. She's been hot for them when they've been playing well, and she's not playing up to par right now.
Los Angeles attacking a lot on the outside, trying to work over San Francisco, San Jose block. Back set. And Crockett puts the ball through, side out.
I know, sitting from a coach's point of view, you like to move the defenses and cover those holes, but let me tell you, I played against Rita. I've had her spikes coming at me at 100 miles an hour. You don't want to pick those up.
12-6. Los Angeles as Preveli puts it through. So Terry DeBusk will go back to serve. Played at San Jose State. Crockett Royster saying there was a touch. And we may get a little controversy here. Gail Stammer into the match, replacing Maginot. So DeBusk will serve.
What he's trying to do here is bringing Gail Stammer in at 6'2" for 5'7" player, trying to give him a little better blocking at the net.
Little dink shot by Debbie Green Vargas. That ball goes down. Debbie Green only 5'4½", originally from Seoul, Korea. Now lives in Long Beach, California.
When a big block comes in like that, that's the best way to break it, break the momentum, is for Debbie Vargas to put a little tip over.
Hall with the serve. Still 12-6. Cantrell is dug. Beautiful back set. And a crushing spike by Tracy Clark. Tracy Clark only had 150 kills this year. She was injured part of the year. She had a broken hand. Hit .313 during the year. So a timeout has been registered to Shelton Collier. That is his 2nd timeout. You get 2 timeouts per team per game. It's 13-6.
One of the things that Sam...
Matt Zartmann, the coach. What would he be telling his team right now? They're playing very well.
Well, yeah, he didn't want to change too much. He'd say, let's just keep doing what we're doing. I think Shelton Collier's the one that's got to start making some adjustments. He's got to get that block together. He's got to get the defense moving around the block and starting to pick up some of those balls.
Shelton Collier, 31 years old. He is the man in the beard. Played at Ohio State University with 3 Olympic players, Aldous Bursons, Mark Waldy, and Rich DeWillies. Last coached at University of Pittsburgh. Won the Big East Championship last year and went on to the NCAA playoffs. A very good coach. But right now, his team is losing. In game 1, it's 13-6. Now 14-6 as Patty Dodd cranks it up. And now it is 14-6. Los Angeles with a chance at game point.
Well, this is very typical of the Los Angeles Starlights versus the Golddiggers. The Golddiggers dig themselves into a hole and then try to get out of it as time goes on. We'll see if they can do it.
And no pun intended, digging themselves deeper and deeper. DeBusk, quick set, put away by Cantrell. Vicki Cantrell, her 3rd kill. Staving off game point. You look at the serve receive. Debbie Green whispering the signals. Does that ever cause you any problem, Ton, in a game when someone's whispering the signals and you can't hear the crowds yelling?
It sure does. That's one of the reasons that we use hand signals so often, because it's very rough to hear the setter when they're...
A big block at the net. Cantrell and Dempster, a point.
Actually, when Cantrell was in college, she was known for her big block, and I'm surprised they don't switch her to the middle a little bit more often.
Quick set. Beaupre is dug. Golddiggers making a late rally. Cross-court spike, out of bounds, no touch. And the ball will go back to Los Angeles. See the exuberance of Debbie Green Vargas. A tremendous career she has had. So Tracy Clark will serve. Game point number 2 for Los Angeles. Back set. Cantrell puts it away. And Vicki Cantrell will now go out of the game. And she is replaced by Kelly Strand. It is 14-7, Los Angeles in the lead. Just game 1. Green, another left-handed dink shot, and she's so good at that play.
When you have a front row setter up there like Debbie Green, you have to go up with her. You have to commit. That middle blocker has to do it. Otherwise, she'll dump on you every time.
3rd game point for the Starlights. But they're not going to get it that time. Maginot puts it away.
One thing that Tana talked about is committing, but Shelton Collier's strategy is not to have the middle blocker commit on Debbie Green. All the middle blocker's supposed to do is stand in front of her, show her that she's there, force her to go outside with the ball.
Little dink shot. It's played up. Los Angeles still attacking on the outside. Back set. Dink out of bounds. That is a point. To illustrate my point, Rita Crockett with 8 kills, Dodd with 6 kills, and Pat Zartmann.
You see this outside back set right there. Perfect timing, but she pushes the momentum, takes the ball out of bounds, and she was right there, Dempster, to cover the ball.
Pat Zartmann has called timeout for the Los Angeles Starlights. Zartmann, 44 years old. Try to listen in to the words of Pat Zartmann. Take a look at that last attack on the outside. Tana?
You go on the outside attack. You see Rita Crockett. She sees a tipping option open. Defense is there to pick it up. And it's free ball. Rita gets so high that it's very difficult to defend against her because the object to a block is to take away an area of the court. With Rita Crockett, it doesn't take anything away.
So Maginot will serve, and the timeout from Pat Zartmann works to slow down the momentum. And Los Angeles once again. That was Maginot who served it out. Beaupre. Again, match point. Check that. That's game point. Dug. And kept in play. The double pump, and Shazar is right on it. And perhaps Dick Montgomery, they worked that play once too often.
Didn't fool anybody that time. There's no doubt about it.
So game 1 goes to the Los Angeles Starlights. They beat the Golddiggers 15-8. We'll be back with game 2 after this. Major League Volleyball is seeking local involvement with its teams. If you would be interested in owning or operating a Major League Volleyball team in your area, you can write to Major League Volleyball, 3 Harbor Drive in Sausalito, California, 94965, or call that number on your screen. Major League Volleyball, a new league. There's Coach Zartmann. As I said, 44 years old. He's been involved with the USA national team programs and developmental volleyball in the United States for a long time. He even runs a scouting service, one of the best scouting service of high school girls in the United States, called the Spoiler Scouting Service. It's for colleges and universities. So he has plenty of information, perhaps, the future stars down the line, perhaps in the 90s for Major League Volleyball. He's got that scouting service ready to tell him who's going to be good.
Right.
I'm Chris Marlowe along with Tana Vandeweghe, Dick Montgomery. We're starting off with game 2. Los Angeles won the first game 15-8.
That's a good way for San Francisco to start out with Cantrell hitting away. Like we mentioned so many times before, the key is Laurie Flackmeyer just served the ball, and Vicki Cantrell.
Spike into the court, side out Los Angeles.
It's kind of interesting that Shelton Collier backed up his rotation, 2 rotations from what he was in the first game. And my feeling right now is that he's trying to put Vicki Cantrell on Debbie Green. He's had success in the past with that lineup.
Ball spike right down the line by Eileen Dempster. So the side out will go to San Francisco. 14 kills were registered by the outside spikers for Los Angeles, Rita Crockett and Patty Dodd. Crockett had 8, Dodd had 6. So if San Francisco San Jose hopes to compete in this match, they have to do something about the outside attack of Los Angeles. Debbie Green running the attack. Green will go back to serve. Played on 3 world championship teams, the 80 and 84 Olympic teams. And I think she could still play, Dick.
Oh, no question about that.
She's now coaching at Long Beach State. She and Rita Crockett are assistant coaches there under Brian Gimolaro, the program moving upward. A nice year last year. So into the net. You're not allowed to touch the net at any time. That is a side out to San Francisco.
You're watching this, the attack is going very fast. It's a fast pass. And when you have to be careful when you reach for that ball and it goes by you, not to grab onto the net.
Gary Kohlberg indicates that the San Francisco player into the net, and Carol Shazar, number 9, red, is happy about that play. Los Angeles is in red. San Francisco, San Jose is in white. The Starlights showing well so far this evening. It's 2-0 in game 2. Kwikset, dug by Green. And Crockett finally is blocked. by the big blocking specialist, Gail Stammer, in there especially for that purpose.
Rita Crockett, when you watch a big blocker attack her, they always push in and penetrate. Very important with Rita because she hits so hard.
Interesting that time, Dick, they put Stammer in. She's going to be blocking a lot with this unlimited substitution. She can come right up there, block, and then they can take her out.
Well, I think if Shelton feels that he has an advantage with that bigger block in there, then he's going to certainly utilize it as much as he possibly can.
Well, why not use her? She's 6'2", she's a good blocker. Why not put her in on defense every time?
Well, she runs hot and cold. When she's on, she's very good, and I think Shelton's trying to figure out if she's on or off. Sometimes they do very well with her in there. Sometimes they lose momentum with her in there.
Good serve. Block down. That's what San Francisco San Jose is known for. They're called the Golddiggers, but they're the best blocking team in Major League Volleyball. And that time, a double contact. Point. Los Angeles 2-1 over San Francisco.
The time that Carol Tisner has been out is showing her timing's off, and Debbie doesn't quite know what she's doing.
Tracy Clark out of bounds, a spiking error. It's difficult to spike against Laurie Preveli, the best blocker in the league. There she is.
Yes, Laurie's the best blocker in the league, and when she was on the national team, she was considered to be one of the best pure blockers in the world.
Good pass. Little dink shot. I can't believe that would ever go down again on San Francisco. And San Francisco is hot. The crowd starting to come alive. The Golddiggers have taken the lead.
Watching this outside attack, the line opens up, and it's very difficult for that hitter to hit that way, but she's able to turn her body with that left hand.
Ball served out of bounds. Another substitution for Los Angeles. Hall will serve. Played in only 58 games this year. She delivered a baby just a little while ago. Good pass. You can still pass the ball, baby or not. Ball spiked through. Ice. And the ball out of bounds. Lisa Ice starting to turn it on.
You're watching the effort here by the defensive girls. Hard spike. She tries to get down and get her hands under the ball. That's why they play defense so low in volleyball.
Ice, a first-team All-America in 1986, the co-player of the year in the PCAA, along with Elena Oden. Blocked, but it's recovered. And Dodd, a touch is detected on the defensive player. Los Angeles will get the ball. If you're wondering about the standings in Major League Volleyball, the Starlights came in first, San Francisco, San Jose second, New York in third, Dallas in fourth, Chicago, and then Minnesota. Last week, our semifinal match that was seen right here, the San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers edged out a great team from New York, a team that played really well, Mary Jo Pepler's squad, in a very close match, 5 games. That semifinal match leading to this match, the first ever championship of Major League Volleyball. Tie score at 3. We're in game 2. Spike off the block, out of bounds. The San Jose Civic Auditorium, the site of the championship. Tana Vandeweghe, Dick Montgomery, and I'm Chris Marlowe. Dug by Hall. Clark, nice set. And another dig by Ice. High score at 3. Dodd hits it out of bounds. So give a little credit to the Golddigger defense. The Gold team is digging it. They're popping that ball up now.
Actually, it was just a mistake of the Los Angeles team. The hit was a little bit out of control, and Patty Dodd went a little too high and tried to reach for some hands.
Out to the outside, Cantrell, and Cantrell blasts through the block. And Dick, it seems like San Francisco, San Jose, they've been such a momentum-filled team. They really got it going now.
Well, it's starting to go better for them. I've seen them play better. They certainly need to have a lot of movement. That doesn't help.
Costly serving error. When you get the momentum, Gary Koberg signaling the ball went right into the antenna. So Dodd will serve. Originally from Bogota, Colombia. Played at UCLA under Andy Banikowski. A couple of fine teams. As an outside spiker, Crockett. on Debbie Green. Debbie Green lifted, the call made by Gary Kohlberg, and Pat Zartmann, you see him in the background. He's going out to talk about it.
You're watching this play right now. Hit into the block, and Debbie tries to get her hand. It looks awfully clean to me. She had a fist, and she didn't have her hand up.
And a yellow card has been issued to Pat Zartmann, a warning. His team trails in game 2. The Golddiggers on top, 5-3. That is not a very happy man. You can see the steam coming out of his ears. Pat Zartmann assessed what amounts to a warning, a technical foul. If he would get another warning, it would be a point or a side out. Ball served out of bounds. Did you agree with that call, Dick?
Well, no, and I think if I were Pat Zartmann, I'd be a lot worse off than that. Coaches, you know, have a tendency to hate those kinds of calls.
You always were kind of a hothead. I'm along with Tana Vandeweghe and Dick Montgomery, Chris Marlowe. We're in game 2. Los Angeles won the first, and the ball drops. And Los Angeles somehow has just lost it.
Rita playing that outside position. She doesn't want to run into that middle hitter to get the ball. She's a primary attacker. She tends to back off a lot when she shouldn't.
So Strand will serve. It's 5-3, San Francisco, San Jose. Green to Shazar. Shazar puts the ball away. Carol Shazar from San Luis Obispo, where she was an All-American. Debbie Green, elected to the Hall of Fame in volleyball, 1986. Kept in play. Crockett, deep dink. Oh, what a shot. The experience of Crockett Royster, the defense charging right into the open area.
The one thing that's interesting here is that Shelton Collier did statistics and broke down the films, and they found that all of the Los Angeles points were scored when Debbie Green was in the backcourt. She's gone to the backcourt. They've just scored 2 points.
Good point. She's one of the better servers on the team.
And you also don't have to worry about her in front blocking.
Right, exactly. They got the big front line up front, and they have her serve. She had 22 aces during the season, which is very good. Crockett over the top. No touch detected. And, well, no, there was a touch.
The umpire underneath the net called the touch, which is very unusual. Usually you have the people down back of the line seeing the touch, but it seemed to come just off the side of the hand.
Now Shelton Collier, the other coach, he's hot. Good dig by Beaupre. Clark off speeds. Ball spiked out of bounds. Did you ever let the referees get to you? I know you're kind of a hothead, Coach Montgomery.
Everybody does. You try to work the officials. Basketball people do it all the time. You try to let them know that you're not happy, so maybe they'll start thinking twice about calls.
Clark out of bounds. Point. That ties the score at 6-6. We're in game 2. Los Angeles won the first 15-8. This is for the championship. Money on the line. $25,000 for the winning team. Doesn't sound like a lot in contemporary athletics, but for volleyball and volleyball players, it's a big deal.
Yes, no question about that. It's a first for volleyball.
Well, Rita Crockett, who won 3 statistical titles subject to official verification. Hitting percentage, kills per game, and digs. So she was a tremendous player this year for Los Angeles. And the ball, another questionable call. Gary Kohlberg is going to overrule the line person, and Pat Zartmann is not happy so far. Let's take a look at that last call, Tana.
You watch this ball, extreme angle by Lisa Ice. She hits the ball, and they're judging whether the ball goes in or out. And it looked out to me, but they called it in.
So it's 6-6. Out to the outside, and blasted through by Patty Dodd. Substitution into the match. Hall. She will serve.
One thing about Laurie Preveli, even though she is a very good blocker, is the best way to beat Laurie is to go right toward the top of her head. She's very tentative about that because she jumps so high above the net.
Nobody likes to get hit in the head, that's for sure. Ball dumped by DeBusk, kept in play. Tie scored 6, the X. And right in the middle of the defense, San Francisco, San Jose setting up the campfire defense.
You watch the X here. This is a classic play. The blockers go up with the first hitter, second hitter comes up. They're not down in time enough to turn around and play the dink shot up.
Everybody's sitting around that campfire watching. Now it is 7-6 Los Angeles. Off the block, Preveli gets the kill, side out.
You know, Tana made a good point about Laurie. In that first game when she got hit off the face, she got real tentative in her blocking. No blocker likes to get hit in the face. And she was particularly tentative, particularly when she got hit right off the nose. That's the worst place to get hit, is in the nose.
You hear especially for a broadcaster. Quick out to the outside. 7-6. And a smash cross court by Tracy Clark. The touch detected. Los Angeles gets the side out.
San Francisco's block was split. The middles were over on the other side, and there was one blocker. Usually when you have one hitter on one blocker, and they're usually very effective.
Dodd down the line, out of bounds, side out. The official, you see the lines person signaling out. Crockett saying, I'll get the next one. Game 2, San Francisco, San Jose trails by 1, 7-6. Major League Volleyball action. Hope you're enjoying it. Back set. Nice dig. And the spike put away by Jeannie Beaupre. That was a great play. You wonder how they do it. You want to learn how the best players in Major League Volleyball do it. Watch for their new instructional video. That's the Major League Volleyball video. That's coming out soon. Show you all the skills by some of the great players in the game. Rita Crockett, Debbie Green, and Jeannie Beaupre. Spike is into the corner.
You know, Chris, I've been watching Rita Crockett just to show you what a great athlete she is. She's adjusting her defensive moves because now she doesn't want to go down on her stomach. That's her normal move. So she's making different moves, and she's still very effective.
Well,
very
certainly got to affect her. She's jumping, but if she is 4 months pregnant, as we were told, then it has to affect her game a little.
Well, as a woman and looking forward to a baby, you definitely do not want to go down your stomach. You see a little confusion here at the net. No one quite knows who to play. Supposed to play it up because the setter's supposed to step in. Cantrell turns around and it's way too low.
I think you're right, Tana. The setter should have stepped in on that play. DeBus came in a little tentative. I know as a setter, there's a good serve. You have to get in there, take some charge. Back set. Cantrell with a take shot. And that ball is in. And this has really turned into a dogfight in game 2.
Watch Cantrell's arm in that extreme ankle. Tracy Clark comes in, but she stops short because Debbie Green sucked in up toward the block waiting for the tip.
A lift has been called. I'm not sure exactly who it was on. Shelton Collier can't believe it. He's saying, what are you talking about? But Los Angeles will get the side out. There's Zartmann. He's been unhappy all evening. And it can't be a good thing to be a referee when everybody's yelling at you.
No, particularly when you call a call against the hometown.
Well, you have to admire Colbert. He's hanging right in there. And really, all you ask is that a referee is consistent. If he calls it one way at the start of the match, you have to call it at the end of the match the same way.
Yeah, you said the key word, Chris. As a coach, all you want is consistency.
Los Angeles leads 8-6. We're in game 2. Kelly Strand with the ball. Out to the outside. Crockett is blocked. And once again, it's the big blocking specialist, number 12 in white, Gail Stammer. Stammer, the former LSU Tiger.
Well, Rita Crockett has to go against 2 big blockers, and usually she tips in those cases. She rarely tries to go at the block.
Give a lot of credit to Shelton Collier. He's devised a good matchup. You might as well put, with unlimited substitution, you might as well put your biggest players in there to block. San Francisco, another point. Shazar. The score is tied at 8.
One thing, Chris, though, when you put Gail in there, you have strong blocking, but you give up defense, you give up quickness. She doesn't come off the net and play real good defense behind the block.
Crockett spikes it off the block, out of bounds. That is a side out. We're going to take a short break. We'll have more Major League Volleyball action right after this break. The score is tied, Los Angeles and San Francisco, 8 apiece. Championship match, the Los Angeles Starlights and the San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers. In game 2, the score is tied 8-8. If you just joined us, I'm Chris Marlowe along with Dick Montgomery, Tana Vandeweghe. Los Angeles won the first game 15-8. Ice LA, referring to Lisa Ice, the great star of the Golddiggers, and they really have to come on and win this game if they have a chance in the match.
Let's see where Debbie Green goes on her serve. They may serve Laurie Corbelli. One of the things that Laurie does is she provides a lot of floor leadership back there, and they try to take her out of that floor leadership role by serving her if they can.
Net call by the down official. The second official net is Mike Pickett. You're not allowed to touch the net at any time. There's the quarterback of San Francisco San Jose, DeBusk. She lines up in the blocking situation. DeBusk only 5'7", as is that woman, Maginot. Kwikset. Crockett. Ice is blocked. Nice block in the middle. That was Crockett and Shazar. So Crockett will go back to serve.
Ice with that slow arm, and that's what she's very deceiving against a lot of blockers. But they seem to, if you can stop your block from going up too early, you can camp on her very easily.
DeBusk with a little dump shot, and it goes down. Good placement that time by Terry DeBusk. Lisa Dempster. No, check that. It's Eileen Dempster. 26 aces. She's got a very good serve. Back set. Oh, what an up. Kept in play. And Ice! Oh. Right in the middle of the defense. And the crowd reacts. Once again, Dempster. It's 9-8. The Golddiggers in the lead. And once again, the spike by Patty Dodd. Here she spikes almost cross court 80-90% of the time, Dick.
Yes, she's got a great leap. She hangs up there a long time. It's really tough for the block to get timing on her.
Corbelli. And Corbelli gets another kill. Corbelli with their 6th kill, but only 2 this game.
Unique matchup there. Corbelli knows that Jeannie Beaupre usually likes to come across the net a little bit and is a little off the net until the last part of her block. So if Corbelli winds up and swings fast, it's going to come down between her and the net.
Back set, and Clark puts it through the block and down.
You know, Tana was just talking about that matchup. Beaupre in the middle versus Corbelli in the middle. They both played on the Olympic team. They like to compete against each other.
Off the block, Clark easily, Green, and there's the stuff. Cantrell gives the side out to San Francisco, San Jose. Cantrell with 9 kills and 2 stuff blocks.
Beaupre didn't have an easy time with that because Debbie Green didn't go up like she was going to attack. She didn't pull that blocker at all, and she was standing there waiting for Jeannie and didn't have to go against Debbie.
Out to the outside. And another thundering spike by Patty Dodd. That is 10 kills for Dodd. Remember, a kill is just a successful spike that goes down, so Dodd will serve. 9-8. San Francisco leading. Corbelli. She gets the kill. It's side-out volleyball so far in game 2. See Green Vargas, she will call the play. Championship match of Major League Volleyball. Los Angeles won the first game. Inside, and Crockett over the top. She gets the kill, 12 kills.
Rita loves coming over on that tandem from that left side. Her jump is a lot higher coming from that left side, and they had 3 blockers up, but she was still able to snap her wrist and go up and over the top of it.
Jeannie Beaupre, a first-team All-American at UCLA in 1982. 24 aces this year. Spike out of bounds. That is going to be a point for Los Angeles. So Los Angeles has tied the score at 9. And Beaupre once again will serve. She's a 6-footer, a former basketball star also for the Bruins. Double sport. Outside. Crockett, Doug. DeBusk saves it. And Dempster off the block, out of bounds, side out.
This is kind of an awkward rotation. That was kind of an awkward rotation for the Golddiggers. They had Gail Stammer in the middle, and she doesn't have a real strong middle attack all the time. Eileen Dempster was outside. I don't think she feels as comfortable outside as she'd like to.
Tie score at 9. Inside again, and Crockett over the top net. And it appears, Tana, that they're bringing Crockett Royster inside now, and they've done away with the outside set to her.
They've gotten away with that mainly because Debbie's right there, and they have to move the block in anyway on the left side, so they want to make the right side blocker move even further.
Kwikset, and spiked out of bounds. That was a tough chance. Point Los Angeles. Green once again will serve.
I think the difference in this match right now is the experience in the setters. Debbie knows when to attack the middle, knows when to go outside, and I'm not so sure San Francisco has that experience yet.
Lisa Ice with her 5th kill in this game.
You watch this attack right here. She had to rearrange her approach, the middle hitter. No middle hitter went up, so you had 2 solid blockers up there. You just can't have that.
Maginot with the serve. 10-9 Los Angeles in game 2. Great game. And LA with a little trouble, so DeBusk, the smallest woman on the floor for San Francisco, cranks one, a setter's dream.
Watch his attack. The ball's coming over. DeBusk is very quick just to snap the wrist, not a full arm swing, which is very important when you're close to the net.
Excuse me, Tana, those setters love to spike, don't they?
You should know, Chris.
Good dig. Tie score at 10. Oh, what a shot by Crockett Royster. The ball was literally thumbed to the outside by Shazar. Crockett Royster, left hand putting it away.
I can't believe Shazar got away with this set. When you watch this set, she comes up and over, whole hands on the ball, but they let it go anyway, and Rita brings that ball in a very sharp angle.
High score at 10, Rita Crockett Royster. You notice Rita really tapes up. She's got her hands all taped from when you spike a lot, serve a lot, you get cracks in your hands. A lot of players like to tape up like that. It gives them a little feeling of support and protection. That is an ace serve, and that will be a point to Los Angeles.
The reason Rita does that is not only because of the cracks of hitting so much, is her fingers dislocate in the joints. And in the national teams, she would sit there before every practice and retape just to hold her joints steady when she has to block the ball.
Yeah, plus it looks pretty good, too. It really makes you look a lot better as a spiker. You got tape all over your hands.
Flashes through the air.
Spike. It is long. So the Golddiggers, they lead by 1 in game 2. As Dempster will serve. Dempster from Manhattan Beach. Was on the national team for a couple of years. Strand with an up. Ice is dug. And Dodd doing a great job on the outside. Boy, she's having a big match. 11 kills. She and Rita Crockett lead the Starlights. 14 kills for Crockett, 11 for Dodd.
You know, Shelton, before the match, felt the key matchup was Patty Dodd. They had to stop her. Thus far, hasn't certainly been going in their favor.
Well, Preveli, the big man or big woman on the San Francisco team, she's been quiet.
You watch Corbelli attack the ball very fast. She's right with the ball. Jeannie goes up with the setter, which you never do when your left side blocker is going up too. And they were stuck with no one to block Laurie.
Great dink by Tracy Clark. Tracy Clark, 5'10", from La Mirada, California. She would have won the hitting title, I'm told, this year. She hit .313 percentage-wise, but she didn't have enough kills to qualify because of a broken hand. Unfortunately, she's played very well for the Starlights all year. That makes it 12-10 for Starlights.
That was another double pump by Laurie. That double pump worked once, and it hasn't worked since that time. I think that I'd go away from that for a while.
It's interesting. They started with the double pump right off, and it worked. Don't forget, Major League Volleyball would like to hear from some of its fans. If you'd like to see more Major League Volleyball games on TV next season, let us know. You can write to Major League Volleyball at 3 Harbor Drive, Sausalito, California, 94965. Or call the number 415-332-6922. Along with Dick Montgomery and Tana Vandewey, I'm Chris Marlowe. You're looking at Rita Crockett Royster. And the Los Angeles Starlights huddle as they break with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. We've been talking about Rita being 4 months pregnant. To this point, Rita has only gained 2 pounds. 2 pounds. She says it's all around her middle. You look real carefully at her. She's just got a little bit of a pot. That's all she's done is gain that 2 pounds right around the middle.
I think she's going to have a setter then, a small little setter. No big middle blocker for her.
They're talking maybe twins.
The ball is blocked down. Los Angeles gets another point, 13-10. A packed crowd here at the San Jose Civic Auditorium watching their Golddiggers slowly lose this lead. Back set. Preveli is blocked. Front set. Cantrell puts it away.
You talked about packed crowd. I think that's a real tribute to Art Johnson, who's done a great job as general manager here at getting people in the stands.
You watch Jeannie Beaupre up here. She comes down a little too slowly. She doesn't get ready back on the middle of the net. The ball is set way over on the left side. She decides to stay down, and it allows them to hit the angle.
So the leading assist person in the league, Terry DeBusk, averaging just about 15 a game. She won that statistical title over Debbie Green and Mary Jo Pepler. She had a great year. And attacking the smaller blocker, Debbie Green Vargas. And
I like that. As a coach, just straight in. Bring Vicki straight in, high and hard. Let's get the outside game going. None of this fancy stuff. Let's beat them outside for a while.
The Golddiggers close to within 2. Dodd is blocked. And a tough chance for Cantrell, sliding under the net. Tried to put up the knuckler. Dodd with 12 kills. Back set. Corbelli having trouble against the block. She slams it. It's recovered. A lot of two-hand shots in this match. You don't see that very often in any kind of volleyball. But Debbie Green gets a spiking attempt. Back set. Whole lot of dinking going on. Cantrell finally ends the rally with a powerful spike into the block.
That was an amazing play by both teams. They both stayed in there, but there were a lot of junk shots, and neither team was able to set up a solid attack. You saw Debbie on the left side. They switched her there for blocking, so Rita could block the strong side. But Rita isn't quite the blocker you want to bring in on a big left-hand hitter.
Cantrell with 12 kills. San Francisco, San Jose into the net. We're going to have another substitution. Shazar back in. Hall goes to the bench. Beaupre will serve. 13-11, the Starlights.
If, in fact, the game plan holds up, this is where you score your points. Debbie's in the front row. Take advantage of it. Win it here. That's what Sheldon Collier's saying. Win it here, Golddiggers.
And it would appear that San Francisco, San Jose really needs to win this game. It's the best 3 out of 5. Los Angeles won the first, 15-9. Strand trying to serve tough. And she does the jam, but it's recovered. Little confusion on the Golddigger side. And into the tape. And I think ideally, Dick, you would want to have one of your passers or your spikers take that so your setter could hit.
Yes, unquestionably. There's a little confusion. Nobody stepped in to take that ball. Kelly had to just bump it. You want somebody to take that with their hands, even if it's an attacker.
I may have said hit there. Obviously, you want your setter to set the ball. That's the key item. Right there, DeBusk pushes it out there. And Ice tips it off the blocker's hand.
Ice did a very difficult move there. She was running in. Her momentum was carrying her toward the middle of the court, but she took that left hand and tipped it out toward the right side. Very difficult to do. Go one way, tip the other.
Maginot, 22 years old. Palos Heights, Illinois, originally. Ball slammed down by Shazara. You wonder why more people don't get that play. It's such a common play in volleyball. Watch the slam dink right into the corner.
You see here, there's back ready to go.
That looked like one of your old
slam
passes,
anyway.
Connor. Just that quick pass. Going to have a replay. We're back to live, 13-11. Los Angeles with the lead.
By far my favorite shot, definitely.
So Crockett, Royster will serve. Married the former football star Mark Royster from the Detroit Lions. Be a very athletic kid they have. Out to the outside. Dodd is dug. Critical rally in Major League Volleyball. Ice, dug by Green. Royster keeps it alive. Free ball. DeBusk. Ice puts it away.
One of the things Sister was motioning there to Clark to move the block more in. She had to reach so far, and she gave these eyes there at the angles, and it's just deadly, especially on a left-hander.
Dempster, back set to Clark. Clark cross court. No way, out of bounds, point. So suddenly, the Golddiggers have closed to within one. Pat Zartmann is going to call timeout. The crowd starting to get into it here at the San Jose Civic Auditorium in San Jose, California. Crockett, Royster giving some instructions, talking to Pat Zartmann. And one thing about Zartmann, he listens to advice, doesn't he?
Oh, definitely. He listens to his players a lot. He's a very open coach. He wants input from his players all the time. One thing that he told Tracy Clark was she hit that ball out. What she did was she turned that right wrist around the ball, got away from her, kind of winged out of bounds. He's saying hit it straight on. Don't turn your wrist, or don't wrap your wrist around the ball.
Shelton Collier giving the instructions to his Golddiggers. The crowd chanting, beat LA. That chant is everywhere, isn't it? So Dempster will serve. We're in game 2. Los Angeles in the lead by 1. Typical of the matches these two teams have played all season long in Major League Volleyball. Very close. Point here, a point there. Corbelli. He puts it away. Point.
That's Corbelli's shot. If she doesn't take a straight hard attack, she's going to dip into that left-hand corner, which is impossible to defend when you've got 2 blockers up.
You must win by 2. We're going to 15. Dodd, clutch spike on the outside. So Hall back in to serve.
Here's a point where the Golddiggers want their side out. They get a side out. Debbie Gold takes into the front row. That's their weak rotation. Try to take advantage of Debbie again.
Ice, dug up, and a good set. And oh, what a block off the head. That's legal. Kept in play. That would have been 4 contacts. Good play by Crockett. Ice, a little knuckler by Green. She's got all the shots, doesn't she? Into the net. 4 contacts, side up. Over. The first referee signals the ball to the Golddiggers.
That set just got a little away from Debbie. She set it too far outside. Patty kind of took a straight-in approach. Couldn't actually cut the ball and bring it back in the court.
San Francisco claiming they didn't touch it, and there's going to be some controversy after this play. Kept in play. These are the plays that Los Angeles makes so well. Free ball. And Corbelli just the set a little low. Los Angeles making those little knuckle shots, those little poking shots, and they get the ball.
San Francisco has to do what they've been doing so well, attacking that ball on the left side. They've got to get their strong hitters out there so they can attack a nice straight-on ball.
Blocked. Debbie Green moved over to the left side that time. She and Jeannie Beaupre get the block, and a timeout has been called by Shelton Collier. The Golddiggers in trouble. It's 14-13, Los Angeles in game 2. We're in game 2. It's game point. The Starlights won game 1, 15-8. They seek to win 2 games in a row. Blocked. And a lift is called once again, that lift call, but you have to give credit to Kohlberg. He's calling it consistently.
Well, I didn't think he'd call that one, but I thought it was a lift. Boy, it's tough to call that one at that point.
So the Golddiggers will serve. Out to the outside. Root. Corbelli. High score at 14. Back set. Blocked again. That's a big wall that the Golddiggers have up there. Oh,
That's what you call a picture-perfect block. Sandner and Laurie Blackmeyer went up perfectly together, penetrated at the same time, and snapped their wrist.
Game point. The Golddiggers have a chance. And they get it. The San Jose Civic Auditorium, the San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers, they rally in game 2. They win 16-14. The game score is tied 1-1. We'll be back. Ton of away, an exciting one for San Francisco San Jose.
What you see here is what's been working for them all night, their outside attack. So effective down there. Cantrell, you saw her turn her whole body toward the rest of the court. You see the whole play here. Cantrell backs out very fast. She's out of the picture, comes in, turns her whole body. That angle's very hard to dig. Rita tries to get a hand on it, but can't quite do it.
How about Vicki Cantrell in game 2? 9 kills for Cantrell on the outside. The Golddiggers got their attack working, Dick Montgomery.
Yes, that was the key, I felt. I felt you got to go outside. That block that we just saw there was pretty well formed. She just beat it inside big time. That was a great shot by her.
The upper decks are filled here at the San Jose Civic Auditorium. I'm Chris Marlowe along with Tonna Vandeweghe and Dick Montgomery. We now start with game 3. Cantrell. She picks up where she left off. Point.
Same thing is happening again. Tracy Clark is setting that block way outside. There's no way the middle blocker can get to her and still cover that angle.
Deep serve flies long forward of us. Side out. Tracy Clark will put the ball in play. Clark, who roomed with another Los Angeles Starlight draft choice at USC, Cheryl Miller. She was a 9th round draft choice, but moved on to ABC for announcing duties.
Yes, he just tried another effect. They tried to put Debbie out there in hopes that wouldn't go to Cantrell, and Cantrell just went right over the top. And Tracy Clark was praying, I think.
Ball stuff. The block starting to take charge, and this is where the Golddiggers have to do it, Dick, with blocking.
Well, obviously they're the best blocking team in the league. But their defense, I think, is the thing that turned it around for them. They finally got moving in the backcourt.
How about that? Mano a mano. Debbie Green stuffs Cantrell.
Well, Debbie Green's used to a bigger player coming and attack her, but she did the smartest thing is to come up and under the ball instead of coming over it, and she's a lot stronger that way.
Side out will go to San Francisco San Jose. Substitution, Strand in. Jeannie Beaupre, the middle blocker of the Starlights. So Strand will serve. We're in game 3. It's 2-0 San Francisco San Jose.
The one thing I think may be a factor here, the longer this match goes, the more it favors the bigger team, which is San Jose.
Well, we shall see. We're in game 3. Each team has won 1 game. Off the block, played up. Good set. And what a kill.
Beautiful. Beautiful play. You had 2 short blockers over there, one in Rita Crockett, one in Debbie Green. Even though Rita has a fantastic jump, she can't overjump Debbie Green. Watch here this attack. Great back set. Rita has to be careful of how high she jumps, or else there'll be a big gap between her and Debbie.
And you have to admire the work at the net of Gail Stammer, the big blocking specialist at 6'2". She's doing a great job up there. She's hard to get by, Dick.
Yeah, she's very difficult to get by when she gets set up. Her problem is that she doesn't always get set up in the right position.
That's an ace. 3-0. So Los Angeles is on the board. It will not be a shutout as the Starlights go back once again. And Beaupre will put the ball in play. Kwikset. Dempster with the slam dink.
It's very hard to block that shot, especially when she's coming up behind her back and over her shoulders. You don't know where her arm's going.
Maginot. Back set. Crockett, back set, blocked again. And that's trouble. Oh, what an up by Strand. Right, Crockett trying to get by the block. And into the net.
The difference in the offense in Los Angeles right now is Debbie Green is not being a spark plug. You don't see her jumping, you don't see her faking, you don't see her dumping. She needs to be there in all three things to make Los Angeles effective.
Spike is down by Shazar.
You know, one thing I understand, too, is that her back is still bothering her. She may be a little tentative, and that's maybe the reason that she's not jumping. The more that she jumps, the tougher it's going to be on her back.
4-1, San Francisco in the lead. Ice. Good dig. Crockett off the block. And the dig was not registered. That is going to be a point to Los Angeles. It's 4-2, the Starlights.
Whenever Rita Crockett is outside like this, she's giving a set that's inside. Just can't block her because in order to penetrate over the net, you give up so much room for her to hit.
Starlights trail 4-2. Debbie Green with a serve. Out to the outside. Ice with the dink. Oh, she has got a great dink, Dick.
No question. She's got a very, very fine dink, but she's got to make sure that she sets up that dink with a hard attack. A lot of times when she's not attacking well, she stays with the dink too long. The defense just moves in, and it's really not effective at that point.
The joust at the net. Corbelli jams it. It's bumped and kept in play. Ice. What a job Lisa Ice is doing on the outside. 16 kills for Ice. Her counterpart, Rita Crockett, has 16 kills for the Starlights.
Lisa's Ice wind up here. It's amazing how she gets her arm around the way she does. She bends it so low and so deep into her swing, but she's able to tool it off the block because of her left-handed position.
5-2, the home team winning. We're in game 3. Ball spike. There goes Dodd. Kept in play. Ice. And Ice tapes one across. Interesting, Dick, they're not setting Corbelli much in transition.
No, Corbelli really hasn't been feeling real comfortable with Terry tonight. I think Terry's setting her a little bit too low. Corbelli's been frustrated, so they've just been going outside a lot.
Quick set. There's Corbelli. Knuckled out of bounds. He looks a little frustrated.
See, that set was too low. No question. That's just experience. Tana talked about that earlier. Experience difference between Terry DeBusque and Debbie Green.
5-3, the Golddiggers lead. The serve is out of bounds, side out. Cantrell back into the front line. And we talked about a long match, a 5-gamer. Who it would favor? Well, San Francisco, San Jose doing a lot more substituting than Los Angeles is.
Always a bigger team. It always helps the bigger team because they have more stamina. They don't have to jump as high. They don't have to move as low. It makes a big difference size.
You know, it also helps the bigger team in terms of a rally. The longer the rally goes, the more it favors the big team.
Paul will serve. 27 years old, into the net. Once again, the blocking sub comes in, Stammer. They just leave her in the block. She's number 12 in white. Outside. Free ball. Into the net. So Los Angeles registers the side out. We're going to take a quick short break. The score is 5-3. San Francisco on top of the Los Angeles Starlights. We're in game 3. Stay with us. Tonight, they are cheering on their San Francisco team. They're in the lead at the moment. The game score is tied 1-1. And we're in game 3. The score is 5-3. Chris Morrow along with Tana Vandeweghe, Dick Montgomery bringing you the action. The championship match, the first ever for Major League Volleyball. Serve into the net. Los Angeles will get the ball now. Dodd, you see her looking over to the bench for the serving signal. She has it. We'll see where she goes. Cross court. Back set. Cantrell does not clear. And interesting, Dick, it seems like Los Angeles using Debbie Green in the middle. You see her right in the middle of the screen, the smallest player.
Yeah, sometimes they start her in the middle, switch her to sides, and she's faking a lot.
Back set, Cantrell again, and Cantrell is dug. Another dig. Scores 5-4. Crockett. Well, he's rallies, and the ball could not be played over the net by Cantrell. Gary Kohlberg signals the point, and now we have a tie score in game 3, 5-5.
I think that's why they don't like to put stamina in these situations, because there is a little confusion up there. The team's going to slack off.
A little rainbow shot by Cantrell into the corner.
You watch Debbie Green's on that right side. She goes up, but she's nowhere near that ball as it's ricocheted off the hand into the deep back court. That middle back should have stayed back along the line and gone sideways instead of having turned around.
Strand. Blocked, and a lift. And that's the call we were talking about. Just a consistent call. Kohlberg doing a good job, I think.
I don't think that was a consistent call. That was as clean can be. It didn't even stick.
What I meant by a consistent call, if he calls it on one team, then he has to call it on the other team, whether it's legal or not.
The other one seemed it was a little bit sticky. That one seemed clean.
7-5, San Francisco, San Jose. Strand serving, Beaupre a little frustrated in the front line, trying to get the ball from her setter, Green. Out to the outside. Crockett, nice dig by Kelly Strand, Kwikset. And Crockett, Royster coming through when they need her. 17 kills, only the second this game, though, for that woman. All-world in 1982. Only 6 players ever to be named in that position.
Crockett, here you watch it. She's hitting a little lower than when she started that match. She didn't, in fact, even take an approach. She's getting a little tired. It's starting to show.
Shazar. Good set. Confusing volleyball. But Crockett Royster has the answer to the puzzle. She gets a point.
See, that's one of the problems that you have when Gail Stammer comes in there. She gives you a lot of blocking. There's no question that some of the attackers, Rita particularly, is having difficulty with that big block. But on the other hand, when you go back to defense, or when you go back to attacking, Gail seems to get confused, and she throws the other players off oftentimes.
Well, she's not hitting a lot of balls, so she's using just basically as a blocking substitute. 7-6, a 1-point lead for the Golddiggers over the Starlights. Maginot, and as you intimated, Dick, getting Maginot back into spike.
It helped. That was a good call by me, wasn't it, Chris?
It's about time. First one all season. That's the voice of Dick Montgomery, the current coach of the San Jose Lady Spartans. Also along, the former Olympian Tana Vandeweghe, and I'm Chris Marlowe. Major League Volleyball, the championship match. Game 3, each team has won 1 game. And this is for the money, as well as the trophy. $25,000 to be split up between these. Well, not between these teams. The winning team gets $25,000. Not a bad payday for one match. And Tracy Clark bombs cross court. Point to Los Angeles. Now the score is tied, 7-7. Passes off. Ice. Good dig. That was Dodd. Blocked. Crockett out of bounds. And side out goes to San Francisco.
The problem right now with LA's attack is their middle is not drawing that middle blocker. The reason a middle hitter attacks fast is so they try to isolate a hitter on the outside. They're not doing that.
The quick set put away by Crockett. Actually, when Carol Shazar got hurt in the middle of the season, Crockett Royster went in and played middle blocker, so she can really do it all from either position. 20 kills for Rita.
I think it's a good strategy. Shazar just came out of a cast a week ago. Why really worry about her too much unless she shows you she's going to put the ball down?
The 5th serving error for Los Angeles. You're wondering how that stacks up. San Francisco, San Jose with 8 serving errors. Ice to serve. Kwikset into the middle to Dodd. And mixing it up a little is Debbie Green. Dodd and Crockett, normally outside hitters, hitting quick, Tana.
You watch here the way Patty drives very fast, hesitates, bring it back over his shoulder, sort of like a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hook.
Right into the middle of the defense. Corbelli with a spike. Tracy Clark running the combination. Clark gets her 8th kill. That's a point.
See, that tandem's been working so well for LA. The fast hitter goes in, draws a block, and the second hitter comes around and hits without anybody to guard her.
Corbelli, and she hits it straight down. That is only the 2nd kill for Laurie Corbelli in this game. She's got 11 overall, and she needs to be more involved in the offense.
You see, Laurie comes in on the outside of Jeannie Beaupre, the middle hitter, and is able to bring her arm back and bring the ball back into the corner.
8-7 LA. Oh, what a block. Corbelli doing what she's known for. She gets the stuff blocked. The score is tied 8-8.
That's what Laurie does best, is one-on-one blocking when she's not doesn't have to worry about anyone else there.
Played up, but not quite quickly enough. Outside the antenna. High score at 8. Los Angeles won the first game, 15-8. San Francisco, San Jose came back and won game 2. A great rally, 16-14. We're tied in game 3. For the championship of Major League Volleyball, blocked. Point to Los Angeles. Having a little trouble now getting by the block on the outside of San Francisco, San Jose.
Chris, do you know how many timeouts San Jose have? They still have 2, don't they, at this point? I think I'd like a timeout. I'd like to get my team moving a little more. They're not moving. I think that was the key in that second game that they won. When they started to move, they were successful.
Jeannie Beaupre doing a good job blocking. She is number 4 in red. She's got 4 stuffs. Green. Back set. Maginot pokes it through.
Jeannie's really late on that block. She seems to be held in the middle. If you watch the Los Angeles block, it's way, way off. She's still rushing to try and get in there. There's no penetration at all. And she's sweeping and almost runs into Patty.
Laurie Corbelli married to John Corbelli, the assistant coach on the 1984 Women's Olympic team. Now an assistant coach at San Jose State along with Dick Montgomery. San Francisco, San Jose gets a point. High score at 9. There's Corbelli. Used to be Flackmeyer in the Olympics. Kwikset. And unfortunately for the Golddiggers, that could not be dug up. And they will take a short pause while they wipe up the floor.
Lisa works so hard. Lisa Ice works so hard. She's a real sweaty player. Every time she goes to the floor, she leaves a big wet spot. You got to wipe it up.
Down the line. Oh, what a dig by Dodd. The knuckler straight up. Free ball. Back set again. Cantrell, and she puts it away.
It was amazing that Cantrell could get there that quickly. There was a hole. You see how late she is in starting. She's still back there waiting. She has to reach real far and has to stop herself from going into the net.
Cantrell with 17 kills. Ice with 16. Giving us our stats tonight, Danielle Spear, former San Jose State star, giving us the kills, the blocks, and the errors.
Jeannie ran a one leg, and one of the things that Shelton wanted to do was to stop her line. Lisa was supposed to go out there and take away her line, and they did not do that.
National, a spark plug, nicknamed Magic. And she puts the ball away. Tie score at 9.
I like to look at the intensity on her face. Look at those eyes. She's a very intense player.
Back set. Dug by Maginot. DeBusk to Ice. And Ice, the double rocket. Point to San Francisco, San Jose.
This is a very, very dangerous rotation for LA. They've got two small people up there, and Rita is definitely not jumping like she used to.
Doug. 10-9 Golddiggers. Crockett over the top into the corner. So Los Angeles will get the side out. There's a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back. The Golddiggers on top of the Starlights, 10-9. Stay with us. With his teams. You would be interested in owning or operating a Major League Volleyball team in your area, right to Major League Volleyball, 3 Harbor Drive, Sausalito, California. There's 94965. Want to talk to the people at Major League Volleyball? Give them a call or write to them. Be glad to hear from you. Find out your response to Major League Volleyball. 10-9, the Golddiggers on top.
You watch Tracy Clark line up the block right here. She's way, way, way inside. Gives the whole entire line to Lisa Ice.
We're in game 3. I'm Chris Marlowe along with Dick Montgomery, Tana Vandeweghe at a packed San Jose Civic Auditorium. San Jose, California. What a great place for volleyball. Ball dug up. And it cannot be recovered. Point, San Francisco.
You know, one of the things that they're doing now with Laurie Corbelli is they're setting her a little higher, letting her get her arm up. That seems to be helping her.
Timeout has been taken by Pat Zartmann. You just joined us, Los Angeles. They won the first game, 15-8. Then the Golddiggers came back and won game 2, 16-14. It's now 11-9 in game 3.
Talking to Pat earlier, he was afraid to let San Francisco have any sort of edge at any time. So they rattled off so many points. You watch Laurie Corbelli here come around the center instead of in the middle, gives her a higher set and the ability to work a little bit more of the court. You saw the block. Right here you see the block jumping with the setter, and there's no one down that line. Now right side blocker has got to stay on that line and let the middle blocker commit to the setter if they choose to.
And give some credit to the setter for San Francisco, San Jose, Terry DeBus, running the offense, getting one-on-one. No block that last time, or really late. There's a dig by DeBus. Back set. Ice. Block. The Golddiggers starting to root. Point. San Francisco, it is 12-9.
There's nothing more dangerous than to let Laurie Corbelli get her timing done. She's got her timing on Tracy Clark, and they're going to have to go to the right side to be effective now.
Cross-court spike. There was a touch detected by the umpire. So Los Angeles will get the ball. The visitors from down LA way. The championship match. The Starlights trail by 3. Game score tied at 1 apiece. Ice off the block, out of bounds. Ice with 20 kills. 7 kills this game.
Someone you haven't seen any sort of play out right now is Tracy Clark. She's missed a couple of hits. She was used on that block by Lisa Ice. Lisa Ice's arm seems to have gotten faster as the match progressed.
Outside. Dodd and Ice a little in too close that time.
You know, Tana just talked about Lisa Ice. One of the things that they're trying to do is set their block up inside on her, because she's not a real strong line hitter. But now she's starting to hit the line and feel comfortable with it, and then she's trouble. She can be real trouble if she gets rhythm with that line shot.
12-9. Cantrell, good dig by Green. Call. And the call was made, the double contact by Gary Coburn. Almost let that one go, but he got it. So DeBus will serve.
I think the crowd called that one for him.
Right. The crowd wasn't going to let that one go. They had a lynch rope out if he didn't call that one.
Only 2 ball handling violations in volleyball, the double contact or the lift. Another point.
You saw Rita Crockett coming in from the back row. She's lined up in the back row. Special service received, but she hit the ball out.
The crowd on its feet. The Golddiggers have pulled out to a 4-point lead. San Francisco, San Jose 13, Los Angeles 9. Pat Zartmann instructing his crew. Coaches a volleyball club in Southern California. Shelton Collier, the ex-University of Pittsburgh coach. What kind of coach is he, Dick?
Well, I don't know Shelton very well. You know, he's on the eastern coast, on the eastern part of the United States, and we don't play them very often, so...
Are you scared?
No, we just don't get east that often.
Shelton is also going on to be one of the assistance coaches for the USA Women's National Volleyball team.
13-9. Off the block. Tracy Clark will serve. We're in game 3. 4-point lead for the home team. Out to the outside. Maginot. Way out. And down the line, little confusion on the block that time by the San Francisco team. Maginot running all the way to the right side. Dodd with 19 kills. Here comes Los Angeles, making a late run. 3-point lead. Into the net. 6th serving error for the Los Angeles team. It's 13-10.
There's not a worse feeling, I know, for a coach, but especially as a player when you work so hard for a point and you make a silly mistake like that and the ball goes in the net when it's an unforced error.
Gail Stammer, the blocking specialist, she's in. Cantrell takes it in the mug, and that was a lift call once again. Did you think that one was a lift, Donna?
That was a double. That was a double lift.
All right, Donna Bandaway says that was a lift, so it must be. That was a scoop shot, double one. Los Angeles gets the ball. Back set. Cantrell. Straight down.
That was a very nice shot on a poor set. She set her too far inside. She just had to do it all on her own. That was a nice play.
So Strand will serve. Played for Mike Wilton at San Luis Obispo. He's got a fine program. The Mustangs always one of the top teams in the country. Green with the left-hand spike. People calling for a touch, but no touch detected. That is a point.
But that wasn't a
14-10.
touch.
Now the Golddiggers, they have game point. Man stomping and cheering. Good day. What a set. And ice. It's still going. No. It's down. The game is over. The game is over. No one could hear the whistle. Gary Colbert calls it down. That's the end of game 2.
You watch this replay here, the start of the third. You got Debbie Green, a fast set outside. Unbelievable dig by Lisa Strand. You watch it digging on the other side. Tracy Clark behind. Seems to get her hand in the ball, but the ref called it down.
The fans on their feet at the San Jose Civic Auditorium. Their Golddiggers have come back, and they lead 2-1. We're going to have more Major League Volleyball action coming up right after this. Welcome back to the Stockton Civic Auditorium, and so far it's been an interesting evening of volleyball here in San Jose, California. Los Angeles, the Starlights, they won game 1 15-8. They lost game 2 16-14, and then surprisingly, San Francisco, San Jose turning it on in game 3. They win 15-10. A number of interesting plays, and it's been a very interesting action so far. You know, Major League Volleyball completing its first season of play with its championship match tonight, Los Angeles versus San Francisco, San Jose. However, 2 years ago, this league was just an idea. A number of people have been curious to find out how it all got started. So we sent our Rick Chavez out to explore the unusual origin of Major League Volleyball. Yeah, we've had a problem with our tape roll. We have an interesting little piece to show you Robert Batinovich, Okay, we are set. We're going to show you that origin of Major League Volleyball right now. We hope you'll like it.
Their jumping ability has caused some people to say the Golddiggers float in the air. But their latest challenge was to see if they could float in the water. Volleyball challenge was issued by Robert Bat Batinovich, one of the co-founders of Major League Volleyball. And any similarity between this and what the Golddiggers are used to is merely coincidental.
Everything plays. Where it bounces off, as many hits on the side as you want, you can hit it off the net, obviously keep the ball in play, and cuts down on the arguments that way.
Batinovich had a loaded deck in his favor. His team has mastered some of the finer points, like traction, for instance. Look carefully here, and you'll see tennis shoes on this guy's feet. This is a team which meets weekend after weekend. The Golddiggers, well, they're used to more solid footing.
We have about maybe 12 people on almost any given Saturday. There's always at least 8 to have a good game. And we've got the pool worked out that even if we don't have 8, we can shift in the side lines and play with less.
And what if Bat's not around? They still play, huh?
Oh, they play. It's a sandlot. It's like the local sandlot. So they play whether I'm here or not.
You have to learn, you have to read the ball because you can't move. I mean, you're stuck in the water and you think you can move at the last minute and you can't. So you got to be able to read the ball and know where it's going.
Did you get the hang of it?
No.
What's the hardest part?
When they serve it short or when they put it short when we have to jump up. I think it's easier for them because they're taller, too.
From the beginning when we first got here and everybody said, oh, that's easy, and we got out there and we couldn't do it. They were better than we were. We're used to just, you know, different techniques, and you really have to move your feet a lot out there and get to the ball. And we were just poking at the ball, and they're used to doing it, and they do a good job at it.
Little by little, though, the Golddiggers began to see their shots fall. This may not have been the LA Starlights that the Golddiggers were playing, but the intensity was there, and the Diggers proved the ability to stay afloat.
Welcome back to the San Jose Civic Auditorium. My guest at intermission is the commissioner of Major League Volleyball, that is Steve Arnold. We might mention that the game score right now is 2-1, San Francisco leading. An exciting match tonight.
Oh, it's terrific. I'm so thrilled by the fan appeal and the excitement here. I think this is really the best start of any fledgling professional sports league ever.
Are you happy with the way things have gone this year?
I think they have gone just wonderfully. I'm most enthusiastic about the fans. I think they have supported us from beginning to end, and I really tip my hat off to Bill Grimes and ESPN for giving us a chance to show this exciting product to the fans, and I appreciate all the letters and comments of support that we've gotten. It's wonderful.
Now, what would you do as commissioner of the league? This is a tough question, but if you had it to do differently, are there some changes you'd like to make?
I think the major change that I would make is I would get more local ownership. This year, as you know, we went with a single entity concept. All the teams were owned by a group of investors in California. And next year, we're going to move a little towards more individual ownership of clubs in various cities.
Let's talk a little about next year. Now, there have been rumors in the paper and on the media that you're going to expand to 10 teams. A lot of people would say, look, why don't you stay with 6 teams and just improve those? What's the reason behind expansion?
I think that what you say is correct. The first thing we will do is improve our 6 teams. Then after we get them solidified, we have over 24 applications for franchises in other cities. We'll evaluate it real closely. We're not going to overexpand. We're not going to dilute the talent. But there's enough talent out there, and there's so many cities that I think Major League Volleyball would appeal to, that if the right opportunities come around in the right areas, we'll be there.
Can you name some of those cities? Or have you been, I know that you've moved some matches around this year to explore the possibility. How has the fan reaction been in places like Denver and Albuquerque and those places you visited?
Excellent. We had a very good crowd in Denver. St. Louis was tremendous. We're looking at Tampa, Florida. We're looking at the Southwest. We're looking at New England. I mean, there's so many areas, and we've gotten so many requests that we'll just have to decide from here, but the future really looks rosy.
Steve, thanks a lot for the visit, and congratulations on a great first season.
Thank you, Chris.
So Steve Arnold has been our guest. We're at intermission. The Golddiggers on top of Los Angeles, 2-1. We'll have more after this. Welcome back to the San Jose Civic Auditorium. The score 2-1 in favor of the San Jose San Francisco Golddiggers. You know, it's always a pleasure, and one of the most significant awards in any sport is the Most Valuable Player Award. And we're happy tonight to award that and name that award after one of the greatest volleyball players in United States history, and that is Flo Hyman. And with me tonight to help present that award to Laurie Corbelli, who has been named the most valuable player in the league, is Hal Jamieson. And Hal is the vice president of the computer products group for Fujitsu America that's been gracious enough to sponsor this award. And we're going to try to get Laurie over here first. Hal, thanks a lot for coming by.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. It's very contagious.
Is Fujitsu involved with volleyball? Do you like what you see?
We love it. We got a whole group here of about 150 people.
We're going to bring in the championship most valuable player trophy. Laurie Corbelli, will you step in here? The most valuable player named in Major League Volleyball, it is Laurie Corbelli. Congratulations. Hal?
Laurie, on behalf of Fujitsu America, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to present to you the Most Valuable Player Award. Congratulations.
How do you feel?
I just never received such a special award in my life, individual award. It's going to go right there with my silver medal, and I am so proud. And I would like to thank all the players who are my peers for voting. I just can't explain how great this feels.
Well, congratulations. You've had a great season. Your team is playing well, and good luck.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much.
Do one more.
I know, we're going.
So, Laurie Corbelli, the most valuable player, we'd like to thank Hal Jamieson and Fujitsu for coming by to present that award. We're going to have more Major League Volleyball action coming up. It's the Welcome back to the championship match in Major League Volleyball. The Los Angeles Starlights, they won game 1, but then something happened. In game 2, the Golddiggers started to mine their ore. They won 16-14 and now 15-10. And you can see the determination on Rita Crockett Royster's face. If Los Angeles loses, they would win the league, but they would lose the championship. Out to the outside quickly, Cantrell puts the ball away. If you weren't with us for the first 3 games, I'm Chris Marlowe along with Dick Montgomery and Tawna Vandeweghe at the Stockton, well, check that, it's the San Jose Civic Auditorium. Ball is spiked over the block and down as we enter game 4. And Dick Montgomery, what does Los Angeles have to do to get back into the match?
Well, they've got to move around a lot more and get the momentum back on their side. There's no question about it. We've got a real interesting lineup change here. Not a lineup change, but a lineup rotation. San Francisco rotated 2 positions. I think he must be anticipating what the Starlights are going to do here.
Well, normally you don't want to move your lineup if you're winning, do you?
Well, that's my philosophy. Some people differ. Some people like to play guessing games. I think when it's going well, you just leave it the way it is.
Well, we'll see if that move pays off. We're in game 4. The Los Angeles Starlights have scored a point. It's 1-0. You're not aware of the series record between, between these 2 teams. And Dale Hall, that could give them a spark. Los Angeles won 5 out of the 6 meetings during the year.
That's called hooking her with hook, line, and sinker. That ball was going way out. Laurie Corbelli just happened to get her hand on it, went out of his head.
Cantrell. Hall with a great up. Crockett keeps it in play. Out to the outside. And a straight down crank. And it appears that Debbie Green, no match for Cantrell on the outside.
Definitely not one-on-one. You watch Jeannie Beaupre is not around. She's a middle blocker. She's supposed to help out. Debbie goes up alone, tries to cut. You saw her swing to the angle, but she hit line.
So Strand will serve. She was instrumental in game 3, making a number of nice digs. Hall with the spike. And Ice puts it through. High score at 1. 21 kills for Lisa Ice. Game 4 of the Major League Volleyball Championship match. spike is down. The ball awarded to Los Angeles. Obviously, this is the hometown of the San Francisco San Jose team, so they have a big support, a large contingent of fans here watching this match. Ball spiked out of bounds. Now, one thing, Tana, go ahead.
When a middle blocker comes in fast like that, she has to make sure she doesn't jump under the ball. That's what has a tendency to throw the ball out of bounds when she swings. Back set. Good set. Into the net. Crockett puts it away. Rita's using a little bit of a different technique. You'll watch the snap in the middle of her body that's coming back into her hit, where it was all arm in the first 3 games. Off the head of Dale Keogh. Dale Hall. And trying to get out of the way. She took a little facial. Didn't bother her, though. Maginot will serve. It's 3-1, Los Angeles. Beaupre, the one-leg takeoff. And a spike by Ice. In order to be effective on that one-leg takeoff, you have to have a little higher set and be flying by the ball and use a rotation of your body to put power on the ball toward the center of the court. Ice with 23 kills, a candidate for our player of the match, the Major League Volleyball player of the match. Having a big, big night. Look at the blocking alignment of Los Angeles. Green, Crockett, and Shazar. Let's see if... This is their weak rotation. This is where they've been hurt. They've been trying to match up either Rita taking Debbie's place and her going on the outside, but then you have an outside hitter in Debbie Green. We'll see if they attack Green. They move to the left side, and they go right there. Kept in play. They're going to set Green. Can she get some pop? Not quite enough. Difficult on that side to spike.
See what happened here is Terry DeBusk is trying to see where Debbie Green is going, and so she's taking her eyes off the ball, looking at Debbie. She's losing concentration on the ball. That wasn't a very good set.
However, she delivered to the right player, which is important also. Down the line, Crockett, Royster gets a kill. I expect Crockett Royster to have a big game. The most valuable player award going to Laurie Corbelli. She's very deserving. She's a tremendous player. But the other player in contention, perhaps Crockett Royster, and you can see the gleam in her eye when that championship trophy. That was $5,000 for that championship trophy. And you got to figure that Rita Crockett is going to be fired up for this game. You watch the attack here. You have the back, the middle blocker draw those 2 blockers. That's so important for a middle blocker to do. And then the right side player goes on an isolated position. You hear the hiss, the rattlesnake hiss. That is Lisa Ice cooling it on the surface line. Clark, what a dig. That was Ice. Kept in play. They have to free. Oh, pretty good spike. Tracy Clark with a clutch spike. Clark only her 11th of the match. Tracy Clark hasn't been getting the height in her jump that she usually has. She hasn't been powering the ball down. She's been trying to use the hands, and that's something that a more experienced player tries to do. Spike out of bounds. They're not setting her very much, Tana. Should they go to her more, do you think? No, I don't think so. Not right now. She's an awful cold player. Now, they can set her if they're going to use her in tandem or different change-up sets, but outside, she hasn't been effective. The ball blocked down by Corbelli.
You know, the other thing about Tracy is she has a history of sore knees. She's always been a real big jumper, and a lot of big jumpers have problems, tendonitis, pains, a lot of pains in their knees, and I think that may be bothering her as well.
Your knees must feel perfect then.
You should talk, Chris.
Ball is spiked out on the outside by Debbie Green. I'm Chris Marlowe. That was Dick Montgomery, the coach. Tana Vandeweghe with us. Championship match. We're in game 4. Los Angeles leading 4-2. Corbelli with a long dink. What a smart play. And you have to figure the Olympians are going to be smart. Yes, they are. They're going to have cagey tips. You'll see the defense. Watch the defense on this Los Angeles side. They're all sucking in for that tip. You saw Rita Crockett stuck in a bad position. Ball goes over her head. And some of the serving errors starting to catch up now with San Francisco. That is 9 service errors. They only have 1 ace. So not a good ratio of serving. You want to have perhaps as many aces as errors. And the rest are in between. Stammer with the high shot and tight to the net, a tough chance.
That's the problem you have with Stammer. Once again, she's a blocking specialist. She should have stepped in, set that ball, and let Cantrell stay out on the right side wide to hit the ball.
Ball blocked. Up, what a button by DeBusk. Out to the outside. And the ball put away. That was Eileen Dempster.
You know, Chris, when Laurie Corbelli got that Most Valuable Player award, I thought it was great. Then I began to think as a coach, and I thought, you know, would I want my key player out there being distracted by an award like that, losing concentration? I wonder if that has affected her.
I don't think so. For $5,000, I'd go out and accept it if I was playing in the Olympics. Donna?
As a player, I know that would have the opposite effect. You'd be so excited, you'd have to show the crowd exactly why you got the award.
Right. Ball put away. We'll see. We'll keep a check on Laurie Corbelli in this game. She's got 1 kill. She's got 1 stuff.
You're watching the outside attack here. The ball, difficult set. Hit right in between the blockers. Dale Keogh even isn't down low enough to be able to dig it.
Crockett over the top. Ricocheted out of bounds. The score is 5-2. We're in game 4. Los Angeles won the first game. And then San Francisco, San Jose won the next 2. The Golddiggers have only beaten the Starlights once this year, and it was without Debbie Green. Debbie Green couldn't play because of a back injury. So there's the block. And you haven't seen a lot of that from the Los Angeles Starlights tonight. Jeannie Beaupre, with 4 stuffs. Crockett and Shazar with 1 apiece, but not a lot of blocking for the Los Angeles Starlights. The score is 6-2. The San Francisco Golddiggers, they trail by 4 in game 4. We'll be back. 6-2, Los Angeles leads in game 4, but the game score is in favor of San Francisco, San Jose. They lead 2 games to 1. We're at the San Jose Civic Auditorium in San Jose, California. Major League Volleyball action. Chris Marlowe, Dick Montgomery, Tana Vandeweghe. You can see the score, our championship match. The winning team gets $25,000 to split up.
Debbie Green has got to start doing plays like that. She's got to become a threat up there to draw the attention away from her primary hitters so they can isolate their blockers one-on-one more.
Out to the outside. Ice is dug. Back set. And Crockett puts it away. Dick, you have to wonder, what about the pressure on Los Angeles? They won 5 of the 6 meetings. Would they be a little nervous?
Oh, definitely. I think at this point, they're wondering what's going on. They've beaten them every time handily, except the one time when Debbie Green was hurt. Now, the last time they played in Sacramento, they went 5 with them. The Golddiggers have the feeling that they're getting closer each time. And, of course, this is their last opportunity to finally beat them.
The point was registered. It is now 8-2. The Los Angeles Starlights turning it on behind 25 kills from Rita Crockett. Oh, what a great up by Beaupre. Ball kept in play. Ice on the line. So Lisa Ice and Rita Crockett spiking it out. 24 kills for Ice, 25 for Crockett.
When you got a left-hander out there with such an inside set, you definitely don't want to take away too much of the angle because you leave your line wide open. Very difficult to block a left-hander on the left side.
The jam down, Cantrell, the former San Diego State star under Rudy Sawara, over the top.
You watch the way the defense is set up over on San Francisco side. Very good play by the setter. Over the block and into the middle of the court.
8-3 now. For San Francisco, San Jose, they win this game. They are the champions. Los Angeles looks very sluggish, even though they're on top. Out of bounds. Point. National trying to get her team fired up. One more game would do it. This woman has played a big part. It's 8-4 with Lisa Ice serving. Blocked but recovered. Great play by Beaupre once again. Another dig. And the dump is blocked at the net by Tracy Clark. Clark right on that play, trying to mix it up. So Los Angeles will serve. 8-4, the Starlights in game 4. Good back set. Goodbye. Oh, what a dig. Ice. Cantrell. This is a key rally in the match. And Cantrell buries it.
Cantrell seems to be going up and over every single block that Los Angeles tries to put up, whether it's Debbie, whether it's Rita, whether it's Tracy, whether one of the bigger girls come in. It's just so difficult to block that left-hander.
Kind of interesting, Vicki Cantrell has two sisters, both about 5'9". They both apparently hang on the rim, so you can see that it runs in the family.
The apple doesn't roll far from the tree. Ball bounced out of bounds, and suddenly it's 8-6. Check that. It's 8-5, but Pat Zartmann doesn't care what the score is. His team is not playing well. The Los Angeles Starlights taking timeout, and Zartmann must be working on his serve receive, Dick. Starlight's not passing well now.
No, not passing well, and of course that goes back to movements. I think that it really shows they've got to play great defense. You know, they're a very, very fine defensive team. Actually, it's kind of interesting that the top 5 defensive players in the league are on this court tonight. Crockett, Beaupre, DeBusk, Maginot, and Dodd are the top 5 defensive players in the league. They're all on these two teams. So it shows us that defense is very important to success.
The former San Jose State Spartan star, Terry DeBusk, putting the ball in play. Her team has crept back. 3 unanswered points. Good pass this time. Outside. And the spike is down. You know, neither team using the middle very much. Both teams very outside oriented this evening. The middle blockers for, I can't remember Jeannie Beaupre getting a kill in the next little while. Only 9 for Beaupre all evening. Just not setting her out. Cantrell. 23 kills for Vicki Cantrell. Preveli will serve. It's 8-5 LA. Good pass. And how that shot goes down, I'll never know. She does it every once in a while. You have to be playing up there. Debbie Green with her 6th kill. And as a coach, Dick, you just can't let that go down. I mean, not that the coach lets it go down, but the players have to move up.
No, that's, in my system of defense, it depends on your system of defense, but in my system of defense, that's the left side blocker. And Vicki Cantrell, she didn't like to move off the net and pick that ball up there. She should have had it.
The middle attack perhaps now open. 12 kills for Eileen Dempster.
There's really nothing more exciting in volleyball when a middle attack connects with their setter. It's all timing. The setter has to throw the ball into the hitter's arm while it's hitting.
Los Angeles in the lead. Dodd with the serve. Back set. Spike down the line. Don't forget, coming up, Sports Center. That will be coming up after volleyball with Chris Berman and John Saunders. We're in game 4 here at the San Jose Civic Auditorium. Los Angeles won the first game. San Francisco, San Jose won the next 2. We're in the championship match live. A lot of pounding going on. Now, don't forget, stay tuned for Sports Center coming up right after volleyball. Jeannie Beaupre will serve. I'm Chris Morrow along with Dick Montgomery, Tana Vandeweghe. This match now 2.5 hours old. Conditioning and fatigue will play a part. Ice blocked out of bounds. And fitting of a championship match, a long, drawn-out match.
Oh, definitely. Definitely a long, drawn-out match. This is what we expected tonight. 2 great teams just battling it out.
8-5. Who will crack first? L.A. A shank out of bounds. Another point. Remember, the score was 8-2. 8-2 and 4 unanswered points. It's now 8-6.
Now, I would definitely say that LA is the more experienced team, but when it comes to ball handling skills, as we've seen in the last 3 games, you have to give that ballpark to San Jose.
Another hitting error. Shazar hits it out. And LA looking a little rattled, perhaps. 7-8. The Golddiggers coming on. Their fans have seen them play so many close matches with LA. I don't think they'll believe it until it's actually in the bag, Dick. They don't know whether to keep them going or what.
This is a point where you want Los Angeles, somebody on Los Angeles' team to take charge. Somebody needs to assume some leadership, get them back on the right track. Otherwise, there may be history.
Back set. Off the block, knuckled up. Crockett to Clark. Clark is blocked. Shazar tries to jam it down, which is legal. And a little tape shot, dribbling, tantalizing across the twine. That is a point for Los Angeles. It's now 9-7 LA.
It's hard to imagine with Lisa Ice outside that they would back set to Dempster twice in a row. You want your front attack attacking the ball at the net.
Rita Crockett spikes it in, another point. 10-7, LA starting to run. It's 27 kills for the pocket rocket, Rita Crockett Royster. Debbie Green will serve. Out to the outside, Ice, Doug. Block out of bounds, and Crockett coming through. We wondered whether she would have a big game. We'll check her stats. 28 kills, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 this particular game. Timeout on the floor. The Los Angeles Starlights in control of game 4, 11-7. We're back. Chris Marlowe along with Tana Vanderway, Dick Montgomery. You're watching game 4. The Los Angeles Starlights trying to hang on. They trail 2-1. The score is 12-7. They're in control. If they win, Los Angeles will go to game 5 for all, I was going to say all the marbles, but it's not. It's all the money. Dink shot, Ice puts it down.
That's a difficult play to call. You don't know if the back row players should go up for the dink or the blocker who just come down, reach around and play the ball up. When the setters in the back row usually want that blocker to hit the first shot so the setter
and into the net. So Crockett will go back to serve. 11 service errors for the San Francisco San Jose team. This is the championship match, the first ever. A new National League, this Major League Volleyball. Green flopping on the floor, out of bounds. You're allowed to go anywhere in the arena to retrieve the ball. Good hustle by Debbie Green.
You watch Debbie Green's tremendous effort. She's chasing the ball at full tilt. Actually tries to play the ball up while she's perpendicular with the floor.
She came real close to getting that ball up. Another couple inches, and she's had it up where somebody could have run it down and got it over, I think.
Kwikset. A tight double contact call on Rita Crockett, called by Gary Koberg. That's a point for San Francisco San Jose.
Most officials don't like that first finger contact to be bad. You can do just about anything with the ball, but if you're going to take it with your fingers, it better be clean.
That was a pretty tight one, though, Dick. Oh, Beaupre. Jeannie Beaupre, the former Bruin. Slam down. It's up. Debbie Green and Beaupre playing some defense. 12-8. And finally, Cantrell puts it away.
You're watching the action here. Tremendous play by the whole team. Debbie Green, tremendous effort over by Rita Crockett. Now what you want to see is the defense. Where's the defense? Big, big hole in the block. The block wasn't ready. Tracy's Clark been setting that block out inside so much and giving so much line to San Francisco that it's just difficult to play defense around it.
Don't forget, maybe just tuned in, you were expecting to see Sports Center. It's coming up directly after volleyball with John Saunders and Chris Berman. And now you're watching Major League Volleyball. The championship match, it's running long, 2 hours and, well, about 40 minutes. And it could go even longer if Los Angeles can win this game. It's 9-12. This is a free ball. San Francisco, San Jose should score. Cantrell puts it away. Vicki Cantrell.
That was that inside spike by Vicki. That was a very, very nice play. If I'm the coach, I'm saying keep the ball on Vicki.
25 kills for Cantrell. Blocked. Out of bounds. Way to stand in on that dig, our cameraman John. He's still got that one up pretty good. Nice going, John. So Hall will serve a 2-point lead for the Starlights. Inside, Preveli out of bounds. So that's a break for Los Angeles. A hitting error. And Hall will serve. We're playing the best 3 out of 5 games. Out to the outside, Cantrell blocked. They'll go back to her. Cantrell dug, but into the court. Cantrell gets the side out. Vicki Cantrell doing a tremendous job for the Golddiggers.
You know, Chris, you said, you called it. You said they'll go back to her. Is that what you would have done as a setter?
Heck yes. Are you kidding?
Find
She's got
something that
26
works.
kills. 8 this game, and you got to set your hot hitter, especially in a championship match. You don't want to go away from your hot hitter, in my opinion. You set a lesser hitter, she hits it out of bounds. You always second guess yourself at the end of the match. I should have gone to our big gun.
But then, of course, if I'm blocking on the other side, I know who you're going to.
Yeah, but my set would be so good that you would never get there, Tona. 14-10, the Los Angeles Starlights have gotten to point game. They serve. They are in red. The Golddiggers in white. Bumped and bumped and dug. Here's the chance for the Starlights. We're going to game 5. The Los Angeles Starlights quiet this crowd, a capacity crowd here at the San Jose Civic Auditorium. They were hoping to see their Golddiggers close it out, but it's not to be. We're going to game 5. The championship will be decided in Major League Volleyball coming right up. Welcome back to the championship of Major League Volleyball. The first game was won by Los Angeles. Then the Golddiggers, 16-14, 15-10. And then in game 4, the Starlights turned it on. They win 15-10. We're going to game 5. And those of you who have turned in to watch SportsCenter, well, settle back and enjoy volleyball. SportsCenter will be coming right up after volleyball. We have one more game to go. That will be with our Chris Berman and John Saunders. Sorry to be keeping you up late, guys. But one more game for all the money. The Beat LA signs in evidence tonight. Fans didn't get much of a chance to wave those in game 4, however, Dick.
No, that matchup that we had that time seemed to work for Los Angeles. It'll be real interesting for me to see what each coach does in trying to take advantage.
Don't forget, Major League Volleyball located at 3 Harbor Drive, Sausalito, California. They'd be very interested to find out what you think about the league. Do you like the telecast? Would you like to see more Major League Volleyball on TV? And just general comments about the league. Call that number, 415-332-6922. I'm sure they'd be glad to hear from you. Take a look at that final point, Tona.
You're watching here the attack on the outside. Patty Orozco has a hole that is wide enough to bring the ball through, and you can't defend it. You watch the defense in the back corner of your screen. Right side player is coming up. The middle back has to switch over to cover that right side, and it leaves a big gap in the defense.
So we're just moments away from the start of game 5. Major League Volleyball action. I'm Chris Marlowe, Tonna Vanderway, Dick Montgomery. We mentioned the money in Major League Volleyball. Over $500,000 has been given away in prize money or will be in bonus money, and a lot of the bonus money hinges on this particular game. One game for these players. Played a 3-month season, 22 regular season matches. And to borrow a cliche, it all comes down to this, one game. The Golddiggers will serve. Ice. Crockett off the block, out of bounds. And would you favor Los Angeles because of their experience, Dick?
Well, it's a game of momentum. At this point, Los Angeles seems to have the momentum. The lineups, the matchups at this point are back to where they were in games 2 and 3, which, remember, San Jose won. So we'll see if it works.
Okay, a good alignment, says the coach, Dick Montgomery, for San Francisco, San Jose. Will it pay off? We shall find out.
We watch the middle blocker here on Los Angeles team, Carol Cesar. She's just not getting up fast enough for that middle attack. Dempster has a very quick arm, and she's got to watch that.
Out to the outside, Tracy Clark. Side out. Out to the outside. And a double contact. Boy, you don't see that call very often on the setter on an easy side out.
No, especially you don't, but what she did is she was looking one way and threw her body at the same time she was throwing the set. And sometimes the officials like to call that on a setter.
Corbelli, good pass. Cantrell spikes it down the line, right in there. Vicki Cantrell gets the kill, and Debbie Green saying, that's okay, we'll get our own side out. 27 kills for Vicki. The deciding game in Major League Volleyball, first ever championship of a new league. Cantrell spike, cross court, out of bounds, side out to Los Angeles.
I think Terry needs to get that set up a little higher to Vicki. The success Vicki has had is in hitting high. You don't want to make her drop her arm by setting the ball low.
Los Angeles leading 1-0. They have a chance at another point. Blocked. DeBus and Corbelli.
I think that Patty Dodd forgot that Corbelli was up there. She usually likes to go toward the smaller blocker, especially when you have a setter up there and go line. She likes to turn that line, but her angle is her favorite shot.
Corbelli, 6 stuff blocks, leading the match. Dodd gets a kill. We haven't heard much from Dodd lately. 25 kills. Well, she's been doing very well. She had 4 kills to make that 5 kills in the last game. Just consistent. 5, 5, 5, and 5. Doing well. Quick. And Corbelli. And it looks like Corbelli is now more open in the middle because they've been running outside so much.
Well, no doubt about that. The outside attackers, Cantrell and Ice, have been so hot. Everybody's cheating outside. Now is the time to go back to the middle.
Out of bounds. And I think that's where you have to make Patty Dodd hit the ball. She's so effective cross court. You got to make her turn line. DeBusk. Tie score at 1. And out of bounds, 2 spiking errors for Patty Dodd.
One of the things that's paying off for San Francisco is they seem to distribute the hits around the team a lot more than LA has. They're trying to rely right now on Patty Dodd, and she just can't seem to get a ball down.
Ball dug up. Corbelli is dug. It's a 2-1 Golddigger lead. Blocked. Ice is blocked. Ice again. And she floats one out of bounds. And fatigue, perhaps, some hitting errors. And what do you see about that, Coach?
Well, Lisa has the tendency to let her elbow lead her wrist. She did it that time, and of course that's where the ball takes off on you. But remember earlier we talked, Sheldon Collier felt the #1 matchup was Julie Maginot and Patty Dodd. And it seems to be right now the thing's paying off for them. Dodd is not hitting very well.
But Rita Crockett Royster is, and she puts it away. She's got 30 kills.
I've played with Rita many a years, and there's nothing like Rita on fire.
And an ace serve by Patty Dodd. And that's what you look for from your players. If you're not spiking well in the front row, well, go in the back row and do something. Pass the ball, set a ball, serve a ball. And Dodd did just that. Another bad pass. 3-2 LA, now make it 4-2 LA. And San Francisco starting to become unglued at the pass. Shelton Collier switching the serve receive. You see him waving it over, Dick, trying to change it around.
Yeah, he's trying to take Kelly out of the serve receive a little bit.
Back set, Corbelli. Straight through the block and down. Laurie Corbelli. Now the head coach at University of San Francisco. Starting their program up there as a coach. What a marvelous player. Most valuable player in Major League Volleyball. Crockett. Back set to Maginot. Block. Dempster.
Rita, unfortunately, had jumped a little early. She's coming down, so there's no way for her to go any place but angle because her arm had already dropped, and Dempster just lined up on her for
Dempster
a root.
with her third stuff of the evening. Deep serve. 4-3 LA. Side up. Substitution. Dick, you coach any different in a fifth game of a match as opposed to perhaps the first couple of games?
Well, definitely. You've learned a lot about the opposing team, so you try to do some changes. You try to take advantage of their weaknesses, and conversely, the other coach is trying to take advantage of your weaknesses. So to a certain extent, it becomes a guessing game. This is where the real fun in coaching occurs. Fifth game.
And it drives the players crazy.
And that will be a side out to San Francisco, San Jose. We're going to take a short break. The score, the Los Angeles Starlights 4 and the San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers 3. Championship match in Major League Volleyball. We're in game 5. Each team has won 2 games. This is it for the money. And the first place championship of Major League Volleyball, the Los Angeles Starlights, they are in red. The San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers, they're in white and blue. Ball blocked, and Los Angeles gets the side out. Dick, interesting, Shelton Collier was talking to Lisa Ice during that timeout, the whole timeout, just with her.
Well, he's trying to steady her out. She has a tendency to get, for lack of a better term, a little spacey. She gets to thinking about too much, and he needs to slow her down. That's what she has to do, and he's just trying to settle her down, get her thinking about her game, get her thinking about her approach. She speeds up too fast, and she kind of loses touch with where she is.
Serving will be Debbie Green. Vargas at 5'4½", smallest player in Major League Volleyball, but one of the most talented. Maginot, another player with 5'7" stature. The bust to the outside, Cantrell, and Cantrell gets another kill. Interesting, Vicki Cantrell, she didn't even want to play in Major League Volleyball originally. She thought she had passed her playing days. They called her up in Sun Valley, Idaho. She came out and got that feeling again. And then she said, you know, I'd like to play on this team. And what a big addition she has been to Shelton Collier's team. He had to convince her to play. Cantrell is dug. It's 4-3, Los Angeles.
Now, the key to Vicki Cantrell's attack is that long approach. She needs plenty of time to get back, make a long approach. Her jump's a lot higher, her arm's a lot higher. When she's trapped, when she's forced to come quick and drop that arm, she's not as effective with that long approach. There it is, the long approach.
And the ball's dug over into the scorer's table. It could not be controlled. Another kill for Vicki Cantrell, 29. Cantrell and Ice leading the way. Ice with 27, Crockett, Royster with 30. Out of bounds, the serve goes. We're in the 5th game. Los Angeles won the first one. San Francisco, San Jose won the next 2. Los Angeles won the next 1. Game score tied at 2. Underneath the block for Belly.
It's very difficult when you're trying to penetrate with the block. When you go straight up, the ball tends to go in between you and the net. You've got to snap your arms right when the hitter hits it, not afterwards, or else you'll end up with it at your feet.
Dale Hall will serve. 5-3 Los Angeles. Back set to Cantrell. They're going to her a lot, and she's responding. However, now she will come out of the match. She's replaced in the back row by Kelly Strand.
One of the difficult things when you're on the left side, especially in Patty Dodd's situation, is she's asked to attack all the time, and then she's asked to put up a big block against Cantrell. Very difficult.
Back set Clark. And right through the hands of Maginot. Easy chance for Julie that time. She's a tremendous defensive player. So Clark will get the ball. It's 5-3. Los Angeles in red with the serve. And another shank out of bounds by San Francisco. And they're having trouble with that serve receive, Dick.
No question. I think that's just a key for concentration. That's why Shelton just called a timeout. He's got his girls back, and of course he's got his hand on Eileen's shoulder, and he's saying, "Here, settle down. You're okay. Everything's going to be fine." The key is concentration. They can't lose it. Shelton's telling them, stay nice and relaxed. Keep that concentration here.
Collier explaining to you. He looks like a businessman, doesn't he? Has a master's degree in 1979, counseling psychology from the University of Cincinnati. So he's trying to calm them down right now. If you tuned in waiting to see Sports Center, that is upcoming right after volleyball. Chris Berman and John Saunders standing by at the conclusion of this match. We will go to them with all the scores and highlights of the day and nicknames. Right now we're in game 5. It's 6-3. The Los Angeles Starlights trying to win the first ever championship of Major League Volleyball. Block, out of bounds. Patty Dodd coming up with a big block. Now Los Angeles stretches the lead to 4, 7-3.
When you have a big hitter up there like Lisa Aizu, especially hitting it hard, your defense has to stay deep because that ball is going to come off that block and deep into the court.
Ice with a dink. It's controlled. Kept in play. Let's see if they go middle here. Nope. Yeah. Preveli out of bounds. No touch. And as they do in every volleyball match I have ever witnessed, at the end of 8 points in the 5th game, the teams change sides. If you wonder why teams change sides, sometimes the backdrop is different. You'll notice at the end of the Golddigger court, it's fans. At the end of the Los Angeles court, it is a black backdrop, so receiving the serve could be a lot better.
Well, the Golddiggers are probably on the best side because the backdrop is black. White ball coming out of the black background has a tendency to be real easy to see.
Yes, this should improve the San Francisco San Jose passing right now. They're looking into a black backdrop right behind Tracy Clark.
That's one area they need to improve is their passing for sure.
Well, if you're going to go over to the good side, you want it to be at the end of the game. You don't want to get your 8 points and then go to the crummy side and then eat it a little later in the match.
Yeah, perhaps, but sometimes if you're so far behind, it's a lot of ground to cover.
I think the key is stopping the momentum at 8 for San Francisco San Jose. If they can get some points, they're right back into it.
Debbie pulled a trick on Laurie, or at least tried to, that she used to be trained against all the time. Laurie saw her go up and waited till the ball was coming down to throw it back up. It's very important when you have a dump coming.
That's an ideal block. It's what we call a read block. She saw her, just got her hands behind the ball, slowed the ball down so somebody could run it down. That's the way I like to stop that tip, setter tip.
8-4. Los Angeles trails by 4 in game 5. Championship off the block. Crockett, boy, she wishes she had that one. She thought she did. You look at the background as we take a look. A lot of white shirts over there, Dick. Hard to see on the receive. Good pass. Beaupre blocked. They go out to Ice. Ice is blocked, out of bounds. Out of bounds, and Shelton Collier, Debbie Green saying the ball hit her, I think.
No, I think she's calling the ball that it was in. She was standing right on top of the line. She can't believe it. Of course, sometimes it's hard to see a ball when you're coming down in midair.
Corbelli will serve. It's 8-5. Once again, the same exact play and the same result. They have it. Back set. Ice. Good dig by Hall. Crockett comes through.
What they're doing, Jeannie's running that back one leg. The strategy of the Golddiggers was to take away the line and force her to go across court, and that strategy seems to be paying off. Both times she ran it, they were able to control it.
I guess there was a net play because Los Angeles has gotten the ball. They serve into the net. Another service error for Los Angeles. San Jose, San Francisco, they have it. Ice to serve. Back set. Crockett puts it through. Rita Crockett nearing the league record for kills. The league record, Major League Volleyball, is 34. Crockett has 32. She's closing in. Trouble. Cantrell blocked, but a nice up by Corbelli. National blocked. Off. Cantrell out of bounds, and that is a point. A big breakthrough for Los Angeles, 9-5. The San Jose Civic Auditorium, it's packed. I'm Chris Marlowe, Tana Vandeweghe, Dick Montgomery. Another block for Los Angeles. Carol Shazar now 10-5.
It's very difficult when you're a middle blocker. When your setter sets you up into the blocker, there's nothing you can do. You have to be off the net in that case.
Substitution by Shelton Collier. He takes out Maginot. He puts in Stammer. He has one timeout left.
Yeah, he probably wanted to call a timeout, but he only has one left. He doesn't want to waste it. So he's slowing down the tempo by putting Stammer in.
The ball served out of bounds. The side out will go to San Francisco, San Jose. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more of the championship match in Major League Volleyball. Los Angeles leading 10-5. Major League Volleyball would like to thank the following sponsors for their support during the season: BSN Sports, ASIC Tiger, Baden Balls, Mizuno, and Russell. Thank you very much. Also, special thanks to Volleyball Monthly magazine, the Bible of the sport. So we're here in the fifth game. Chris Marlowe and Tana Vandeweghe and Dick Montgomery. The match 3 hours old. Game score is tied at 2. The Starlights 5 points away from capturing the championship and $25,000 to split up. The woman who has carried this team all season long, Rita Crockett Royster, 32 kills. She will serve. The Golddiggers trying to dig it up. Oh, a costly serving error for Crockett.
That doesn't happen to Rita often. She's a great clutch performer, an athlete in the true sense, and she usually comes through in those kind of situations.
Even Babe Ruth strikes out once in a while. Ball jammed down, knuckled up. Back set. Clark is blocked into the corner. A point. Now it is 6-10.
That's the kind of play that you want to have happen to give this San Francisco team some momentum. Shelton must be saying, I need something to get this team moving again.
Doug. And a rocket hit by Dodd. So Keogh Hall will come in. Shazar goes out. Shazar playing with injuries. Los Angeles had some injuries during the year, but you got to play tonight. It's 10-6. The red team in the lead over the white team. Los Angeles and San Francisco, San Jose. Big block, Corbelli. And she just took the cross court that time, Dick.
No, she just penetrated way over the top of the net. One thing that I'm noticing here, why don't take a look at Debbie Green? She's got that pained look on her face again. She may start having some problems with her back.
10 stuff blocks for Corbelli, leading the match. The MVP doing her job. And that could have been a lift. And 4 contacts called on Los Angeles. The ball hit the player in the head, so that will be, you see him motioning to his head, and Zartmann is going to take timeout. Los Angeles has taken timeout. A packed crowd at the Stockton Civic Auditorium enjoying volleyball. Quick timeout for Pat Zartmann.
Well, he wanted to slow things down a little bit. There's no question about that. I'm wondering about Debbie. Patty Dodds just patted her on the rear and said, you're going to be okay. You notice Debbie isn't jump setting anymore. And one of the things that Tana talked about earlier was Debbie's got to establish that tip so she can pull a blocker with her so she can get one-on-ones outside. If she can't jump, then we just lose that advantage. Los Angeles loses that advantage. So it'll be real interesting to see how she's holding up here.
I played with Debbie for so many years, and it doesn't matter if she's broken an ankle in a match and still played, and she's always played with the same intensity. What you see on her face now is frustration. The ability, not the ability to make her hitters work, to be able to make her hitters run an offense that'll be effective against the San Francisco
The woman we're
team.
talking about right there, Debbie Green, number 10 in red. Green blocked again. Corbelli everywhere now. Corbelli again. Kept in play. Got to set Corbelli here. Nope. They go to ice. She delivers.
I think the story of tonight's game has been the inability of Clark to set a block. She hasn't been able to set it inside, ice goes line. She sets it outside, ice goes angle. She hasn't been able to win either way.
High fives all the way around. Ball cranked by Beaupre, straight down. You can't hit it any better than that. Jeannie, the former Olympian, 1984. Tracy Clark will serve.
Debbie Green had a real close pass. Came with a jump set, pulled Laurie up in the air, and there was nobody to handle Jeannie.
Still in play. And a little fluttery knuckleball by Dodd, but it's very, very good. It looked like a powerful kill in the scorebook. Now it is 11-8. Los Angeles leading the Golddiggers. 4 points away. Corbelli off the block, out of bounds. Corbelli, 18 kills, 10 stuff blocks.
That's a lot of kills for a middle blocker. Usually the outside hitters have those kind of numbers. The middle blockers usually average somewhere around 7 or 8.
That's that play again. I don't think that play's working very well. Third time. What an up. Kept in play. Beaupre delivers. It's Doug. Ice hits off the block. 9-11.
Jeannie Beaupre had to run all the way from the left side of the court to match up with Debbie Green, who's a smaller blocker. And when you reach that far, you're going to allow some room for error, which is exactly what Lisa Ice took advantage of.
30 kills. And what a play by Debbie Green. In the front row, jammed it off the block, out of bounds. Tremendous experience, Dick.
Yes, she went up. She had no place to go with that ball. What happened, Lisa put her hands up there, and Debbie said, uh-oh, here it is. She wiped it right off the hands. It was a nice play by her.
Green only 74 kills the whole year, but she's got them at opportune moments. Out to the outside, it's 11-9. Foul start, Maginot. Now, Dick, you put in the blocking specialist, Stammer, for Maginot.
I wouldn't. I think you need the movement. I think you need the quickness. The match seems to slow down. The defense seems to slow down when Gale comes in. I don't think you can afford to take a chance at this point.
Maginot and Stammer have been splitting time. Quickly to the outside. Crockett over the defensive player and out of bounds. So, team substituting on the run. Beaupre will serve Cesar into the front line. Game 5. Each team has won 2 games. Back set. Ice. Pulls one through the block.
You know, this is the kind of volleyball that's great because both teams are into it. Both teams are concentrating. Side out, great plays all the way around. This is the kind of volleyball that's fun to watch.
Ice, 31 kills. The league record holder, if you're wondering, is Rita Crockett. So she's going after her own record along with Lisa Ice right behind. Crockett. Cantrell. And Vicki Cantrell just back into the match just in time.
It's very difficult to block against first Lisa Ice, who has a very slow, long arm and tends to hold up in the air, and then Cantrell, who takes a long approach and a very quick arm. It's hard to judge the timing between the two.
Now a 1-point ball game. Crockett. Chance to score. Cantrell. No, not yet. Kept in play. Stammer is in there. She sets. And Zartmann will call timeout. His team has the lead. Now it is time. Los Angeles 11. San Francisco has 11. The first team to 4 wins the championship of Major League Volleyball. We'll be back. Like to be interested in owning or operating a Major League franchise in your area, you can write to Major League Volleyball. You see the number on your screen, 332-6922. We're in the midst of the 5th game. You're looking at Pat Zartmann. It's a coaching matchup. Zartmann, 44 years old. His first year as the head coach of the Los Angeles Starlights. It's 11-all. Games are tied 2-2. We're playing to 15. Crockett puts one away. Crockett now 34 kills. She has tied her league record. But it won't be enough if San Francisco San Jose pulls it out. Green will serve. The Starlights in red. The Golddiggers in white. And Shazar takes one out of bounds. Side out.
Shazar has not been effective in this match, either in blocking or attacking. If Debbie can somehow incorporate her, I think Starlights will be a lot more effective.
And when you talk about big net serves, there was one, Dick Montgomery.
That's a coach killer.
That's why you had thick gray hair, huh, Dick Montgomery?
Lots of it. I've seen a lot of those.
Tie score at 11. Ball block. Dempster block. Shazar making up and getting a point for Los Angeles. Remember, she was the one who taped that ball out of bounds just a moment ago.
She must have heard what Tana said about her. Tana just said she wasn't playing very well. She said, enough of this. I'm going to get something done here.
Okay, only remember what you do at the end of the match. Outside, Cantrell. That's going to be trouble. Another kill for Vicki Cantrell. 32 kills. Cantrell, ice with 31. And every kill is big now. Green calls the play. 12-11 Los Angeles into the net. Another serving error, 2 in a row. Boy, those are the ones you just can't afford. 15 serving errors for San Francisco, San Jose. All will serve. Los Angeles leads by 1. Out of the back row. And Clark, a magnificent dig. Preveli does a good job. Crockett trying to get over there. Strand will serve. Golddiggers, they get the serve in. They trail by 1. Quick block. What a set. Hall. And out of bounds. Off-speed shot. I think Don let up just a little.
Well, that's a difficult ball to hit. It's coming from all the way across court. It's an underhand kind of a set. She just didn't really have much to do with it, but she should have kept it in.
Out of bounds. Point. The Golddiggers. What an upset this would be. It's 13-12.
You watch the outside hit now. There's kind of a dispute of whether that ball went in. Sharp angle. Watch where it drops. Dempster moved out of the way in hopes that it would go out.
Shank pass. The Golddiggers with an opportunity. Ice. Oh, what a block by Tracy Clark coming on and Beaupre.
Tracy Clark was set up perfectly for that one because it was very off-center for Lisa Ice to hit, and I think she got the best block of her match so far tonight.
Dink. Beaupre dinks. It's up. Got to take a swing at it. 13-12. Green. The Olympic setter, 1984. She was on the team in 1980 as a high schooler. In 76, her 8th kill. It's tie score at 13.
Golddiggers look a little tentative in their attack. They can't be tentative. You got to go for it all now. You have nothing to lose. Go for it.
Ice, yeah, there you go. Former San Jose State Spartan, Lisa Ice.
I've yelled that a lot from the bench at her.
DeBust will serve. We're playing to 15, the championship of Major League Volleyball. This match, 3 hours and 15 minutes old. Green with a dump, another dump, and it's going to go again.
I don't think Debbie meant to do that dump. I think that there was no other choice when the ball comes so fast and at the same level at the net on a pass. The setter must either dump it over or try and stop it in attempts that a setter will be driving to hit it.
We're playing to 15. You must win by 2. Corbelli responds. 20 kills for Corbelli. 10 stuff blocks. And so the most valuable player in the regular season, Major League Volleyball, with the biggest serve of the season. Back set. That's that play again. Out of bounds. No touch. So now, point match for the Golddiggers. Second during the regular season. They can win it all right now. Crockett is done. And tentatively played. Crockett with a dink. Free ball.
This could be it.
No. Rejected. Crockett and Rita Crockett. She breaks the league record. Her own Zartmann is still alive. Substitution, LA.
Like I mentioned earlier in the game, Rita Crockett is a clutch player. She never went up there and tentatively hit the ball. She kept firing away, and that's how you win games with players like Rita.
The Olympian starting to take charge. Dink shot. No one there to set. Crockett on the line. Rita Crockett and Debbie Green. Now it's tied at 14. You must win by 2 in game 5. And Shelton Collier is going to call his last timeout. In game 5 of the championship match, Major League Volleyball. We're going to come back with a conclusion of our championship match after this. Can you ask him? Don't forget, Sports Center coming right up after volleyball. Chris Berman and John Saunders standing by. We're 2 points away. The championship match of Major League Volleyball. The score is tied at 14. I'm Chris Marlowe along with Dick Montgomery, Donna Vandewey, a sold-out house rooting for San Francisco, San Jose. Ice puts it away, side out. 33 kills for Lisa Ice. The coach of Los Angeles, Zartmann, he's up against Shelton Collier, the coach.
Shelton Collier's got his big lineup. Gail Stammer in there, the big block. Oh my, not the time to do that, Lisa.
A serving error by one of Dick Montgomery's former players. So Green will serve. Debbie Green, Vargas, deep into the court, shanked out of bounds. So now, 1 point away. It's 15 to 14. The Los Angeles Starlights in a 3-hour and 20-minute match in game 5. They have a chance to put it away. Green will serve.
Debbie Green has an option to go to the same player she just aced. She does it.
Kwikset, and a saving Kwikset. Eileen Dempster. So Maginot will serve. 14, serving 15. San Francisco in white. LA, another serving error. 3 in a row. And that is 17 service errors on the evening for San Francisco, San Jose. Once again, the second match point. They go to Corbelli. And Cantrell comes through.
I think at this point, Chris, I might tell Eileen Dempster to serve underhand.
Got to get it in. There's a good serve. Out to the outside. Dodd. Green. Shazar's blocked. Corbelli right there, hawking. Good dig. Chance for a point. Corbelli. And she puts it away.
It's very hard to play any kind of defense when it hits the ball. It's just like it hits the net. Just like in tennis, when it flips up off that net, your whole plan of attack is changed, and Laurie used the net tape very well.
Score is tied at 15. And the sneaky spike of Patty Dodd squirting it through the block and down.
This is what volleyball is all about. This is why I coached and the three of us all played. Gotta love it. Great game.
We're in the 5th game. Championship match. The first season. Dug by Hall. Chance for a point. Back set. Clark. It's in there. On the line. Tracy Clark coming up with a big, big spike.
Tracy Clark went up to hit that ball. Her momentum was carrying into the net. She had to reach up and over the net to hit the ball in the court.
Another match point for Los Angeles. Championship point.
Oh, great up.
Ball blocks. Into the court.
After 2 great defensive plays, it's really a shame to see that ball fall.
(16-15). Ball dug. Beaupre, block, but a net. Preveli into the net. And the linesman, we're going to have controversy here. The umpire, the linesman, the official. Let's see what we got. The ball is down.
Watch the bet.
And San Francisco, San Jose, excuse me, Connor.
Watch the replay right here. There's a question of Laurie Preveli in the net. She does net right there. The ball looks like it was in anyway, but Laurie Preveli nets. And that's the call right there.
The net is going to take precedent, so Los Angeles will get the ball.
Whatever error was made first is the call that's called.
Zartmann saying 1 time. He feels it. Could it be? Championship point. 16-15. Clark will serve. Serve. Los Angeles has done it. They win the championship of Major League Volleyball. Very disappointed San Francisco Golddigger team. 15-8, 16-14, 15-10, 15-10, and in the finale, the climactic game 5, Los Angeles wins it 17-15. We'll be back with a quick wrap-up right after this. Talk to me. Tell them to talk to me quick. Stand by, Chris.
Rita played on a torn calf muscle, and of course she's 4 months pregnant.
Welcome back to the San Jose Civic. The Los Angeles Starlights have done it. They win 3-2, and with me, the happy coach and the star of the match, Rita Crockett. First, Coach, congratulations on a tremendous win and almost got away from you.
Thanks a lot, Chris. They were really prepared. They played a great match tonight.
What was the turning point of the match? Your team won the first game, but you seemed to go flat in games 2 and 3.
Well, you know, they played well. The turning point was the heart of the Starlights. Our girls have character and heart. They don't give up. I mean, they're winners all the way.
Rita Crockett, you didn't win the Most Valuable Player award, but you broke your own league record in kills, going over 34. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It was a good match, and we deserved to win.
At the end there, it was getting a little nervous. No one was hitting the ball. You and Debbie really seemed to shine, and the Olympic experience seemed to pay off.
It really helps. The team looks to us. You know, they look to us because we are the leaders, and we have to perform. It helps us perform better.
Thank you very much for a great season. You've been a tremendous competitor, and it's been great to watch you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Coach Pat Zartmann and Rita Crockett, the champion of the Major League Volleyball, they win 3-2. Well, it's been a great season of volleyball here on this network. Major League Volleyball, the new season started 3 months ago. It went through a 22-match season. And then culminating in the match tonight, won by the Los Angeles Starlights 3-2. They had the best regular season record at 19-3, and a fitting way to go out by winning the match tonight, the champions of Major League Volleyball. Next year, there are plans for expansion. Major League Volleyball will be around the 6 teams this year: New York, Minnesota, Dallas, San Francisco, Minnesota, Los Angeles. A great season of volleyball in Major League Volleyball. So for Tana Vandeweghe, I'm Chris Marlowe, along with Dick Montgomery, saying so long until next season. The Major League Volleyball season ends. Reminding you once again, the final score: the Los Angeles Starlights 3 and the San Francisco San Jose Golddiggers 2.